Hello, everyone, and welcome to Prestige Encounters, the Dungeons & Dragons campaign brought to you by a bunch of nerds in their rooms on Discord. I'm your Dungeon Master,
Hey.
Salkos. It's not untrue. I'm your Dungeon Master, Salkos, and this is the D&D campaign brought to you by Prestige Gaming Community. We have an exciting adventure directly linked from one of our one-shots back in September of 2020. But before we get into all that today, we have a few announcements to get through. First and foremost, a lot of the music you'll be hearing tonight is brought to you by Midnight Syndicate. Midnight Syndicate is a music production group that creates goth, they create horror, they create fantasy RPG music that you can be using at your tables, at home, in your own games, for non-commercial purposes. You can find their music on Spotify, watch their music videos on YouTube, or even ask your Amazon Alexa device to play Midnight Syndicate right now. You can go to midnightsyndicate.com for more information, or use your command in chat syndicate for a direct link. We also have the Victor Brothers. The Victor Brothers create Celtic and fantasy RPG music, and all their music is available on Spotify and on YouTube. You want to make sure you go and subscribe to both of these music production groups' YouTube channels. You can get a direct link to the Victor Brothers YouTube by using the command !fantasy in our Twitch channel, and send them some love from the Prestige Gaming Community.
Thank you, Victor Brothers.
Before the music, we had another artist that was working with our group. We had a Starving artist who created all the busts that you see below for our campaign art. And all the full body art, of course, for campaign 1, and she is doing all the coloring for campaign 2, while Simon Rice, aka our very own Shot of Copperstone, is doing the line art for campaign 2. Commission information can be found on Discord in our Master of Arts channel, and they have very fair pricing for the amazing work that they do. They will let you know when their commissions are open, as they wrap up this school year for both parties involved. I think that's all I have. However, Nate, you have some information for us.
That's right. Oh, as I finish a bite. We have an awesome Minecraft 1.18 server running currently, available for anybody that wants to play on it. We've got all kinds of fun stuff going on. We've got a custom boss. I know we have one currently up and running, and we have some plans for some more. Fun little spawn, world spawn, structures and things that we've integrated from previous versions, and yeah, just lots of fun. Come and play with us. Our server is PGC. Wait.
MC.
That's right. .gg. There we go.
Yeah.
It's the best DJ name.
Yep.
MC.pgc. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much, Nate. Yeah, and I'm currently building the second dungeon. It is a lot of work in progress because it's really hard creating original puzzles. But yeah, Chloe, you got some information for us.
I do, just a cute little thing. Time is running out if you haven't gotten your Pride merch already, because Pride Month is coming up pretty quick. So just a reminder that we have all of our Pride merch, like flags, Lich Please, on our Redbubble. And best part about it is that part of those profits is going to go to the Trevor Project. We worked with them last year. They do great things for LGBTQ youth, and I believe they should be supported. So go ahead and head on over. Help them out. Help us out.
Buy our swag.
PogChamp.
Absolutely. And the whole collection is called the Roll with Pride collection, and it's really great for the work that the artists that work with our community did to make those designs. Thank you so much, Chloe. Am I forgetting anything?
Buckle up.
Yeah,
That's
indeed.
the tone we're striking.
I don't think we have anything else.
We support safety here.
Yeah.
What is it? They said Ohio, click it or
Yeah.
ticket.
If you're
Anyway,
not at the safety, get out.
anyway, everybody, grab your drinks, grab your snacks, as we welcome you to our table as we begin session 109 of
What?
Prestige
109.
Encounters. And welcome back, everyone. So, where we last left off, the champions of Cataran were confronted by Calistan the Generous, a lich, following the commands of Ellis' patron Orcus to abduct many of their allies, friends, and family at the ball, celebrating their victory against Feskar the Insatiable, petrifying them with his undead basilisks. From here, he made him a deal. Hey, if you go north to the Zalrynia Mountains into the ruins of Zalryn and fetch the wand of Orcus for our patron, I will be sure to release your allies to you and your friends and your family alive. With no real choice in the matter, Elf, realizing that she no longer had her abilities granted to her by Orcus, they agreed and made their way to the ruins of Zalryn. Elif, during the preparations, drew 2 cards from the deck of many things. The first, allowing her to change any one historical event in the history of history. And the ever. The second one also giving her the power of, I believe it was 2 wishes. You get 2 wishes. You get to cast spell wish twice. So that's exciting as well. They did explore around the ruins of Zalryn, finding that the storm, the spherical storm around the ruins, was not a permeable cloud, but rather solid as if it were a wall. Shada, speaking to Moradin, the one who created the storm many thousands of years ago, told him that he was ready to accept whatever consequence and repent for those consequences if need be. And Moradin agreeing, releasing the storm surrounding the ruins of Zalryn. As the storm lifted, you all found a partially ruined city, perfectly preserved since its destruction. The stones that were shattered have no foliage or dilapidation about them. The bodies out there are still fresh and laying about. As this massive landscape and crater opens up before you. Champions, what would you like to do?
Okay. Bodies look fresh, huh?
Yeah.
I'd like to go and examine one of them. While the party's surveying the scene, I'll go over to one of the bodies and take a look at its wounds, take a look at what might have killed it, and all the others. I imagine some kind of explosion.
Make a medicine check.
Oh dear.
You perceptive bastard.
What I'm bad at.
Nice.
Same. 19. No, it's a 3.
You honestly have no idea. You're on the edge of the this
glory.
city. Done. You're on the edge of the city, and
my passive investing. Yeah, go on.
hold on. And these bodies are not burned. They're not decayed per se. They seem a little dehydrated in terms of like the skin being slightly wrinkled, but you can't really tell much from it. As you like look further to the center of the city, the buildings get more destroyed. There are scorch marks. The foliage is more withered and decayed. It's quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'd say it's some kind of attack centered right there.
this place feels like death. Almost kind of.
Yeah. I'll look back at the group. Are we sure about this?
Oh yeah.
We've been
We don't really got a choice.
Sure about anything we've done.
No, this is I feel like this is above our pay grade, but also like we're probably the only people who can take care of this, but also like what the fuck, man?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
be completely honest. I've already committed to it at this point.
Yeah, you have.
I think this is probably the only option we really have at this point.
Those winged creatures that were guarding this place, and where you said they were. What's the word you used?
Excuse me.
They were divine. You said robots?
Don't remember specifically.
Automatons? They seemed pretty willful to me. Pretty much living beings.
Yep. I agree.
To me, they just kind of look like angels. I mean, that might be racist. It might be racist, but all the angels look the same to me.
All I'm saying is whatever we're doing, we're playing into his hands. So I'm hoping that we come across some kind of plan for a better path, because I'm not seeing it yet. I'm going to get that out now so we can all think about it. Because we're not planning on handing that wand over, are we?
No, who are we?
Are you planning on handing over to someone?
Well, I know
Yeah.
that I know Bowling for wants it. I know a couple people want it. I would like to give it to my patron directly. I don't think that's gonna happen. So
Like a bargaining chip, right?
right. And
What happens when he gets it?
to my
Yeah.
knowledge, he will be able to leave his cell.
Yeah,
That
we don't really want that.
That sounds kind of scary.
I think we should be a little more compassionate.
I mean,
Ember
okay, so
was
No.
crystal.
this seems like a good analogy, right? Because wasn't it Shadila that was going to use the Orb of Dragonkind to free Veskar, and then that was supposed to have a whole, like, that would be, everything would be great after that. And then it ended up being Shadila gets killed by Veskar, Veskar takes the orb and tries to kill us.
But here's the thing: he wouldn't try to kill me if
It says
he
who.
doesn't have any other generals.
But if he's free, why does he need generals if he can do his own bidding?
That's right. He would only need generals to be still imprisoned, because then they'd
We
do his
can't.
work for him.
There's a problem here, though. Well, what do you guys want to do with it then? Because I'm not necessarily opposed to what you're suggesting about not handing it over, but
I
it's
mean,
difficult for me to see a different way.
I don't know yet.
I mean,
I don't know yet.
he took away your powers just on a whim
Mm-hmm.
for no reason.
Hmm.
Why? Do you feel like,
Maybe for
why
a
do you-
reason.
Why? Well, maybe for a reason. Why do you feel like you owe him anything now?
While this conversation is happening, there is Kelvin. With your passive investigation, you do hear in one of the intact buildings this crackling sound, followed by a sizzling.
You guys hear something burning, maybe, or like
I think I heard that.
Sound up there.
I don't know, kind of a sizzly, like when you cook bacon.
Flint listens.
Do you know
for
where it is?
Do you hear bacon sounds?
Now that he is pointing it out to you, you do hear this sound, and as like a breeze comes into the area, you begin to smell the smell of cooking food rather.
Flint, did you leave the stove on?
Can I tell what direction that's coming from?
Flint, did
Make
you
a
bring the
perception
stove
check.
with you?
But let's go find it.
Don't you find that weird in the middle of death?
No.
That's
I
16.
look for you guys in the middle of death all the time.
Well, you're nice.
With a 16, you are able to tell it's one of the buildings on the outer edges of the city. And overall, this architecture, for being several thousands year old, seems almost better, more structurally sound than just the architecture that you guys have now in the Empire. But yeah, you're able to locate it in one. It's coming from an area within the city that's rather close to you.
Is
Like
the
right on the edge.
architecture better than our new buildings at Dragonfall?
It is. This seems to be a much more advanced civilization for its time. Are you gonna follow the smell? Are you gonna follow your nose?
I'm gonna
I'd
follow
like-
my nose.
Yeah, that's if
I'm
we're
too-
all
I'm
noticing
too
this.
curious
Yes.
not to, but I don't know.
I would like to proceed quietly, if I may. Just duck behind some boulders to make sure I'm not seen.
I
But
think
just go.
I think the smell's going to turn into a beckoning finger, and I'm going to start floating towards it.
Like
Go ahead and
Just a
roll a
few
stealth
feet.
check there, Jack, as you kind of take
Sure.
point on this.
As
Yeah.
we're going, Ember is going to pull out a book and just like take notes of the architecture that he notices is better.
Sure, make it
34.
make an intelligence check. 34. So moving forward, you kind of crouch low and you all watch as Jack just disappears in this dimly lit area. Jack,
So
you come up
19.
to the window of one of these dwellings. You kind of look, and what you find is a family sitting around a table, and there is fresh food currently being made at what appears to be some sort of stove or place or mechanism they used to cook, along with the smell of freshly baked bread that is just beginning to burn as you approach this window. And as you look closer, you see that none of the figures at the table are moving. They're relaxed. One of their heads is kind of slumped over. You realize that they have also deceased.
But something's cooking. Something's fresh in there.
Right.
This
Okay. Any sign of life? Any sound, movement, creaking of wood?
From your passive perception, no. There's
Okay.
just the
Okay.
food cooking at the stove.
Okay. I'll creep back. No sign of life.
There's a
Something's
19.
cooking.
I mean, the creepy
You take
thing
pretty
is
good
there are
notes.
signs of life, though.
Yeah.
But nobody
Yeah.
living.
We'll go to
There's
the.
19 on in the intelligence.
You
check for
take
that.
pretty good notes on the architecture.
Cool.
Okay. I didn't see anyone living. Few dead people. I think
What's the smell?
whatever's preserved things here. I think it's preserved it in time. But whatever they were cooking, it's still cooking. So
Wouldn't
Wanna
it
see?
also
That's kinda
preserve
weird.
the people?
yeah,
So, for the purposes of bringing them back,
you notice
They
they're
maybe
not
just died.
they're not decaying. You notice that they look freshly killed.
I didn't notice that because
Maybe they were killed recently.
Or maybe they were killed however long ago this place was hit. And it's been frozen like this ever since.
Strange. Usually the type of magic that preserves bodies is healing magic, but I can't really think of a reason why all these bodies would be preserved.
Also,
My-
It's like time.
necromancy preserves bodies too.
What if it was time that was stopped?
But then wouldn't the cooking thing not be functioning right now?
I mean, if time,
Maybe
time is now going.
the
maybe as
cooking
soon as
would
we-
also be stopped and we release the time, and now
Exactly. Now that we're here, time is moving again. And we're smiling what they were cooking however long ago that was.
So it's probably not safe to eat.
It might be.
Oh, I know a good test. I'm gonna try to cast Revivify on one of
Feels
these
like a
bodies.
Weird time to be hungry.
Okay.
Yeah.
If these bodies were killed in the past minute and frozen in time, I should be able to resurrect them using Revivify. I'm gonna try that.
the spell fails.
That could just be because Revivify has a time limit of 1 minute,
Maybe.
and it's a minute since we were walking in.
Mhm.
So what are y'all gonna do?
Oh. Can we guide them to just to the house to have a look inside?
Yeah, y'all can
Sure.
approach the house and take a look inside.
Do they own
Knock on the
any
door.
books? Do they own any pieces of art? What's in this house right now, other than their food?
Yeah, so I mean, there are books and literature throughout. You kind of open, and it's looking at them. They're not in any language that you all would know.
And I'm
Well,
assuming I don't have my Eyes of Runekeeper or whatever anymore.
You don't.
Yeah, so we'll just have to save those for later. Can I? No. Never mind. That would have been toxic.
What?
I was gonna somehow figure out a way to wish for something similar to that, but I don't really know.
Wow.
Think about it. Infinite knowledge, like infinite reading knowledge. I could be the best librarian around.
Hold on.
Do you think
I don't want any competition on that.
Do you think Identify would be able to yeah. I can identify it if you want me.
On the book?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. It should help.
You can sit down and identify.
As you're in this like living area with a dead family at the kitchen table in the room next to you. Okay.
Typical.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been in worse situations, let's be honest.
Yeah, go ahead. It's your story.
Shadow will actually look over to his SQ. Should we try and figure out how they died?
Well, I mean, I could go on for a full resurrection and just, bring one back and see if we can interrogate them.
Isn't there some kind of lower spell for communication?
Can you
Speaking with dead? I don't have that spell prepared, but if we stick around, I could.
I'll tell you what we should probably do is head towards the center of this place, because whatever happened probably spread from there. You could see how it got darker and more burned towards the center, outside there.
Yeah.
Should we at least check if you can see how they died, though?
Can we get the food off of the stove so it doesn't burn the house down?
It's basically
Sam, no.
has burnt at this
Sam.
point.
Oh,
Okay.
motherfucker.
Okay. But I prevented it from catching on fire, right?
Yeah.
So,
I don't have Speak with Dead, but I do have Divination, and I can try to commune with my gods to see if I could figure out what happened here, maybe.
also, Sal, would the way these people die look familiar to me from past experience?
So let's have Kelvin and he's obviously make a medicine check separately. And Ember, at this point, your identify does go off on one of the books. It is a book. It doesn't have any magical properties to it. At least this particular one you're looking at. It is a book written in the Zalrynian language.
Okay, so it's just a book. There's nothing
Magical about it.
There's nothing magical about it. There's nothing extraordinary.
Okay, with the 17 plus a 3 from guidance, I got a dirty 20 on my medicine check.
I got a 19.
Okay. Looking over the bodies, this wasn't natural causes. The sunken eyes, with the skin, based off like the preservation of these bodies, this was necromantic magic. It appears that magic affected an entire city simultaneously.
They all seem to have kind of died at the same time.
I'd also like to add, while they're investigating these two bodies, Elif, you kind of like feel a little bit of an itch along your sternum, and you kind of look down, and your skin there is starting to turn black.
I don't even have to ask. I don't have to say nothing. I already know what's going on. I'm not comfortable. Am I rotting?
To say the
Is
least.
that necrotic? I can recognize rot, right? I can recognize if that's rot.
You are decaying.
Oh my god. Well, hey guys, I would love to look around more and analyze the culture, but we really gotta get a move on.
Every moment we spend, that's more time that Bullenfield has those people he took.
And also, I don't think it's too much of a stretch to say I think the wand did this. Probably.
I think so.
We should go get the wand.
Definitely looks like evil magic, that's for sure.
Yeah, let's head to the center.
As,
We had the center, we might find it, yeah.
as they're having this discussion, Ember is going to be looking around the area for any more writing, whether it be letters, books, whatever. He wants all of it that's written in this script, and he is.
Okay. Easily off the shelf in this house, you find about 5 more books. Easily.
I'm pocketing all those books. They're going in my brand new bag of holding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Colin.
So
Sponsored
how are
by
you?
Little Trick.
How are you all moving forward?
Marching order?
Well, I will
We
take a marching order.
Okay. I'll
Definitely
kind of
recommend caution again.
yeah, I'll keep going. I'm happy to take point quietly, just a few paces ahead of everyone else.
Shadow will take second to front.
I'll take second to back.
Yuzessi will take third to back.
All right. So who's going after Shada?
So I can, and I'll be sneaky too.
Flint can be in the front or the back. Doesn't matter. He wants
So
to be on one of
Flint will be in the back.
cats. Yep.
Ooh, I
This-
look good too.
Ember,
Everyone
would like,
stealth.
Ember would like to be somewhere in the middle.
Both embers are in the middle. And then Hughesu,
I'm toward the back somewhere.
Sam, Zark, then Flint. So I have
Hey.
Jack, Shada, Kelvin, Aleph, Ember, Hughes, Sam, Zark, Flint. There we go.
For Ember, Sam.
Oh,
all right.
that's right.
So
was
I
like,
need
what?
Jack to go out and make a perception check, Shada to make a perception check, and Flint.
Okay. Do you need a stealth check from me as well?
Yes, please.
27. And a
27
natural
on
20 on the
stealth.
perception. Oh no, it wasn't a natural 20. It was
boy.
it was 16 on perception check.
I got a nat 1 on perception.
Okay, for a total
For
of
7.
7. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Flint, what'd you get?
A 17.
Okay. All right. So moving forward, Jack, as you kind of move ahead, and none of you can see Jack at this moment. He is just faded. The area starts to become more obscured with like this light fog across it. The buildings slowly turn from pristine and well kept to ruined to destroyed, and any tree that you find, any plant, as you move close to this epicenter, is pointing away from it in the way that it collapsed. The buildings collapsed away from this central location. The air feels stale. The shadows seem to grow darker. And you can almost see, like, as you're looking throughout the fog, shadows moving among it. And as you kind of like shake your head and like look closer, there's nothing there.
I'll look at my own shadow. Friends of yours?
It just stays silent. Flint, in the meantime, while you're walking, you begin to hear whispers. And as you continue to move forward, these whispers behind you start to turn into conversations. Sounds of horses trotting along a cobbled street, people shouting out goods and services. And as you all move forward, Jack experiences this first. The area suddenly becomes vibrant and full of life as everything looks like a perfect normal day.
Except
Citizens,
for the bodies.
Citizens walk among the street. The streets are filled with people going about their daily business, and the city suddenly looks intact. A sunny sky and buildings towering above you as this is Zalryn.
Was this somebody scouting ahead, or we're all starting to see this?
Jack sees this first, and as you all continue to walk, it kind of washes over you.
Okay. If I
as soon as Flint hears it, before Jack sees it,
Guys, there's ghosts. There's ghosts. I can hear them. They're doing very normal things.
Kind of bewildered at the events taking place before you, Jack, you turn around to look at your companions, and you see each other, and you all watch as this child chasing after a bird that's kind of like flying over it runs right through Jack.
See, like I said, ghosts.
Jack
Ghosts.
the ghost?
No, I think
the kid is the ghost.
I think they don't know that they're ghosts, or they're trapped in time and they're dead, but they're living their life. I don't know.
I knew ghosts were real.
Shadow's going to use
mean,
divine sense.
we've fought ghosts before. We know ghosts.
Yeah, so
Like I said.
you do have a strong smell
Those are kind
of undead,
Incorporeal, though.
but
Okay.
this sense of undead is not something. It's not quite like undead activity. Make an Arcana check as you try to discern like what you're seeing here.
Okay. I mean, like, specifically, I will say that the feature does tell me the location of undead within my radius. But also, yeah, I'll make the Arcana check. It's a total 8 total.
Yeah, I mean, you're not getting a ping of undead in your direct like location or vicinity.
Yeah.
But this has the undead feel to it, but it's not at the same time. But you have no idea what's going on here.
I don't get any pings of undead except for Elith, right?
Right.
Right.
And she's still undead.
What if this was the awkward moment where Shadow finally discovered that Elif was undead?
No, that happened already.
Zark, as you're looking around and you're suddenly caught surprised with this, you hear a voice to your left and you turn. It's like, hey! And looking right at you is a Aarakocra man, about 6 feet tall, long eagle-like wings. But he's not looking directly at you, just past you. And you look to your right and you see another Aarakocra man. He's like, the goods you sold me yesterday were rotten. And they start to have a conversation about how his produce is perfectly fine and he doesn't know what he's talking about. And they just start going at each other in the street.
Hey guys, you want to know a fun fact? So the oldest known written document was a complaint letter for some shitty fucking copper that was sold by one guy, and apparently he had a stack of these like tablets that were just complaint letters sent by his customers for how shitty his copper was. That's like the oldest thing that we have. Can you believe that? Just complaint letters.
Wow.
It was written in clay tablets.
How old do you think these guys are? They're complaining about stuff too.
I mean, you gotta be sort of a boomer to do that, right? So they're at least boomer age plus.
I don't know what that means.
I
Does
think we
Sam
just
know
keep
how
moving.
old Aarakocra get?
I'm sorry, what was that, Sam?
Does Sam know how old Aarakocra get?
Make a history check.
$22.
Roughly between the ages of 40 and 60. The average is, I believe, 40.
They're birds. They die real young.
Bird peoples.
I can get the exact number. But
Okay.
it's typically 40, I believe.
I feel like Aarakocra actually die before they get to boomer age, so
Well, they would age faster.
I feel like boomer is like sort of a state of mind and not a physical age, you know?
What are you talking about? What are you talking
I'm
about?
confused.
What is this? Boomer, what?
Moving
we're
on.
whispering to the spirits.
You've met my mother, right? Yeah, she's.
I
a
don't think
boomer.
I have.
She's a boomer. She's fucking wild for a boomer, but she's a boomer.
Do they explode?
Yeah.
Zark's parents,
Sounds dangerous.
they're probably
Yeah.
not quite boomers.
Do they explode?
No, so there was a big war way in the past. I think I told you about that with the
Oftentimes, Flint, you make me question if I really know Common as well as I think I know Common.
Well, language is one thing. He's talking about some kind of history.
Yeah.
He's talking
So,
about slang and language.
Oh, no. Oh,
Do
yeah,
we
That's right.
do we hear any of these people talking, DM? Are they speaking any kind of language we recognize, or is it that do we not understand what they're saying?
Language.
Yeah, I mean,
For the most part, it seems like common, but there are certain moments where the word kind of fades in and out. It's really similar in a real world comparison where someone who speaks Italian might understand a few words in Spanish because they're both Romance languages. It mostly seems like whatever language you speak might stem from this.
Like if you
Mhm.
took Spanish in high school and went to Phil.
So this is like ancient Common.
Essentially.
What kind of demographic are they? Mostly human, elven, dwarves? Is it a mix like
Those
ours?
are birds.
Make a perception
Sure.
check as you kind of like look around.
Would it sound
Mostly
something like
Aarakocra?
hear ye, hear ye?
Yeah.
Correction on the
Sure.
Aarakocra, while it does that, they live typically around 30 years.
Ooh.
16 on the perception check.
16. Looking around, you see a very diverse collection of all sorts of races. You see humans, elves, dwarves, Aarakocra. You see goblinoid races as well, along with tabaxi and other races that just aren't as common now as they seem to be in this moment. But it's a pretty even mix as well. There's none that
Okay.
like dominate over the others, such as like in the Elia Forest, you'd find more elves, or in Thorm, you'd find mostly dwarves.
And the architecture, does it look very different from what we've seen before, or is it very similar to some, the level of technology, with their pipes, plumbing, that kind of thing? What are we seeing?
There's, in terms of technology, it's not necessarily obviously advanced. It's more so a different timeline of like these advancements, and their advancements allowed them to advance in certain areas. Their architecture is very geometrical, where they are able to you don't quite know how and you don't see how, these are very grand structures, not necessarily artistic, but similar to how we wouldn't really know how these structures are made in ancient civilizations based on the tools they should have had at that time, like the pyramids, or structures around the Mayan or Incan cultures in South America and Central.
If I reach down and touch the ground, Does it feel warm and smooth to the touch? Or does it feel cold like a broken street, ruined earth?
You reach out and it feels like the road that you were just taken from. It is, you feel the crunch of dead grass beneath you and rocks, and it does not match the texture that you should be feeling right now.
An illusion.
Do I even need to cast Detect Magic?
Ow.
Is it an illusion?
With the orb of Dragonkind.
You can if you want.
Does it?
It feels like an illusion to me. That's what I was gonna do, because I'm looking around at this like.
I can ritual cast it if you want, so you don't need to waste any charges with the orb.
That would be really awesome. I would appreciate.
I'm gonna do that. Ritual casting, detect magic over the course of 10 minutes.
Okay.
This is suspicious. Is there a direction inwards to like the city, like the middle? You
Make a
know?
perception check.
Does it keep going, or does it all just? Okay, let me make that perception check. Oh, 6.
It's not hard to see, but at the center down the street, it looks like the street's leaning right towards the center. There is a very large white stone tower with like these blue trim and tiles along the roof and among different parts, kind of just inside the middle of this city, with a silver light between two spires at the top.
Y'all see that too?
I see
With
what?
the tower
What tower?
down the road. Look just down the road. Up there. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I do remember being informed, again, that this area was inhabited by some kind of unstable wizards. Perhaps this plays into their instability, and they live in the past. Who knows?
A lot of people live in the past, and it doesn't even require magic.
So true. Retweet.
Told you about boomers?
Oh, that's those ones?
So Jack has told us this is like an illusion, right?
It's less of an illusion,
At
more
least
like
that's what who thinks it is.
Ember and Kellen, make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
Can Ember Simulacrum help Ember?
Sure.
So advantage.
Hey, I got a nat 20, so that's a 37.
Look at that. I got a 31.
2 nat 20s.
This is
Oh,
more,
boy.
less so like a haunting, less so like a massive illusion, but more so collective memories. What you're seeing right now, what you are able to hypothesize is what you're seeing is Zalryn and what happened on its final day. And this because you got a natural 20 with a 37, almost a 40.
Could make
On
it a
its
40.
final day. These are the memories
Yo,
of all those
Flash
who
of Genius?
deceased.
Do you guys remember when we were in the Feywild and we found that big tree?
No.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes.
This feels a lot like that. I mean, maybe not quite the same, but kind of works the same way. Like this is some kind of preserved memory type thing.
That's kind of scary.
Let's keep going. We might see what went wrong. Could be
Yeah.
we're remembering the moment it all went wrong.
Maybe there's a story here. Maybe we should try to pay attention to the details around us.
Quick progress check on my decay. How quick would you say that's moving along?
No
How much
noticeable
time?
change at this
Oh,
moment.
let's go. Let's go. Yeah, we got time.
Let's go.
DM you something.
So you're all moving forward then?
I want to go
Yes,
to the
indeed.
tower.
Okay.
I feel like the
I
tower.
want
Indubitably.
to observe as much around me to get a feel of what happened as we go.
We gotta keep it moving. Also, I believe my detect magic is kicked in by now, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's all magic. Kind of stings your eyes a little bit.
Well, yep. All right. Let's just keep it moving. We know what it is.
We gotta schmoove.
So
Get
as
a shoe on.
you all move forward down the street and people going about their business, you begin to notice that as you move closer to the center, the dress dramatically changes. You start finding people wearing robes that has kind of this circular dress around the chest and the back, and it seems magic caster like, just the style is very different as you continue to move forward and closer to this tower.
Is this shaded? Not shaded. What? These cloaked people, are they still illusions?
They seem to be part of a memory.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems a little bit more sophisticated than an illusion. It's a little more complex.
Zark, you do hear the sound of someone falling, then a number of wooden ready implements falling onto the cobblestone street, and you turn over and you see a young looking elven girl currently falling behind an older looking human, and the older looking human turns around and goes, "Amelia, I told you to watch your feet." Sorry, Archmage, I'll be more careful. And she quickly grabs some of her scrolls and the writing implements and starts to follow around behind.
Oh, is that bone?
Wait a minute. Do I recognize the Archmage?
You do. You kind of look over and you see the face of Bullen Frail.
I think
I have
this
a feeling
entire,
I have a feeling I know what's going on here.
this entire city must be his doing then.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And it probably has something to do with that one. That's why it was trapped in here.
Can I get a sense of how, like, so Ember knows he was the first Lich. Can I get a sort of sense of the time period of the first Lich being created and this city that we're walking through? Like, are they at the same time period?
Make a history check.
Okay. I'm gonna have simulacra. Didn't need it. 24.
24. Really, scholars disagree over the history of the past couple millennia, as there's a lot of not much is known about Zalryn at all. In fact, all we know is that there was once a civilization, it was put to ruin, and now there's a storm that no one could get past that is now surrounded. So there's almost nothing is known about Zalryn. Prior to that, the first Lich seemed to be coinciding with the history of the Unspoken One. Past that, you don't really know much else.
Okay, so they're both sort of in a vague time period that nobody really knows, but it's past like precise.
It's pre Zalryn destruction, or Zalryn being lost.
Okay.
Maybe we could find. Maybe there's a printer shop or something around. Maybe.
I mean, it wouldn't matter because we can't read this link.
At this point, Amelia will finish picking up all her stuff and continue to follow Bullen Frail towards the tower.
We just need to find a picture book. then we can figure out some of the letters and stuff.
I would. Can Ember like study him very intently to see if he is showing any signs at all of being undead, even though, like, he knows Frail, he knows him as like the head of the tower, but now that he knows he's undead, maybe he can try and correlate, like, oh, he's moving a little different, or
Make an insight
whatever.
check with disadvantage.
Okay. Fuck. 8.
Can't tell.
Can't tell. Okay.
So what are y'all doing?
Well, I mean, it seems like towards the center is still where we're gonna find the answers.
Is he heading there?
He is heading
Which
towards
way
the
is
tower.
the? Let's follow him.
Guys, before we move forward, I just want to tell you my hypothesis. I have nothing to back this up, but this is just sort of what I think. This town, this city, it was locked in time. It was locked in time by God or God for a reason. Think there's few things that happened here, but Frail, we know he's the first Lich. And we know that the Wand of Orcus is here. We know that those two are connected via Elith. Think what happened here was Orcus, through the power of his wand, created the first Lich, which also killed everybody in this town, which caused the gods to intervene, lock this in. I'm probably missing a lot of details, but that's my general hypothesis based on the information I've gathered so far.
I feel like there was an outbreak. I agree with everything you said. That's a personal theory of mine.
I mean, a Lich needs to feed on souls. But what if there has been, over the millennia, a refinement of the process where you only need to feed on a limited amount of souls? What if creating a Lich, the first Lich, you needed to feed on an entire city?
I want to know how he got out of this place. If this is a memory of here, and everyone else died, everyone else was frozen here, then he must have stepped out somehow.
Well, how did Orcus's wand get stuck here?
Mm-hmm. Hopefully
Probably
he's
tried
leading
to
us right
use
there.
What if this?
Can we be walking and talking?
Yeah, I already considered that.
Okay. Awesome, thank you.
Aleph, what was that?
Nothing. I would like to see this memory scape play out.
So are you all gonna head into the tower, or?
So
I think so.
at this point, I want to send my familiar, which is a cat with wings. I can't remember the name of it, but I want to send him out to the where the storm was, where the barrier was, and I want to have him fly around the entire barrier, kind of like get a sense if anybody is coming into the area now that the barrier is gone, if anybody's waiting for us to remove the barrier, and come back report. It's probably going to take a while.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check for your familiar, and then I'll give you information later.
Okay.
I'll write that
It's called
down.
a Tressum.
Yes, Trestle. Thank you.
Make sure you use their stats for it.
Yeah, yeah. I'll do that. We can move on. And
So
I'll
as you all continue to move forward, you eventually go into the entryway, and what you find is this hall that is grander than what you found at the college, the Zalryn College of Magic, or within Ember Study or your study. And in this massive central chamber, there is a circle drawn that kind of goes out and has all these other circles drawn with these many students or magic casters carefully drawing these lines and runes across the floor of these swirling patterns that connect to other patterns, and very geometric, very concise, and kind of like levitating above it all, holding a piece of parchment out in front of him, overseeing the work being done, is Bullen Frail. He says, "Hurry up now." The hour is almost upon us.
The Tressum rolled a 10 perception, but also he can detect invisibility. So anything
Okay.
we can see. I don't know if that'll help. But...
The eclipse will be here very soon, and we must be ready.
Ooh.
But this is what our decades of research and work has led us to. What are y'all doing?
Ember going to try and remember any significant eclipses that happened throughout history.
Make an Arcana check.
Is anybody aware of whether we're supposed to have anything like that sometime soon, and in the present?
It's an 18.
19?
18.
18. I mean, astronomical events are often coinciding with major historical events, as some magic is more potent at those times. No major eclipses of any kind that you can recall around this time period, though,
So there's nothing that lines up with. Okay.
that you can recall.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. A flash of genius would be nice.
So right now.
No.
It
Okay.
doesn't-
No.
Sorry.
I think that was a DC 20 thing.
All right, so what are y'all doing as this happens? And you look up, and there's no higher chambers to this tower. This tower is 20 stories high, but there's nothing up. It's just a hollow stone structure with an occasional floating crystal every so increment above.
Can we see the moon here?
It is daytime.
Would
Okay.
like to look for a kitchen.
That's right.
Yeah, looking around, there's no kitchen. There's just this massive circular chamber.
And you said floating.
With the runes and the floating lights, right?
The crystals. They're going down the center.
Can I get on my broom and investigate these crystals?
Yeah.
Can I investigate the swirls to see if there's a particular purpose for them?
Go to make an Arcana check, both of you, please. As they're investigating this, you all are kind of watching all the different sorcerers at work.
I got an 11.
11, okay.
14.
14. And Jack, did you have something?
I did. Do I see any anything that might be of significance to Bullen Frail at this time? Like any books of his, anything that he might have favored on his way in through here, pictures, statues, anything like that, trinkets.
He does have a book that keeps checking and making sure that his notes are lining up with the parchment that he also has.
May I have a look at it while he's doing that? Just sort of glance over it now.
Yeah, are you gonna use Gus to cast levitate, or?
Yes, I will actually. I was just going to say, I would draw out the dagger and I just freely start floating up to where he is.
Right. Sam, being a sorcerer, you don't have much knowledge of runes or magic, as your power comes from your genetics and less than study. And looking at these, it doesn't make much sense to you. This magic doesn't seem to exist to your knowledge. And it's quite strange, as you don't really know what these are. And it could just be that your lack of study doesn't give you a good foundation to build this idea on. But Elif, looking at the crystals, they seem familiar. You've seen spell focuses before. They could be a gemstone, a magic caster focuses their spell through a staff, a wand, typically with a gemstone within it. And this appears to be a larger form of that. These are spell focuses lined up this tower. At this point, Bull and Frail will make an announcement. Now, everyone, see our circles are drawn. You may all take your places, as the moment will be very soon upon us. And after years of study, we may finally be able to communicate with our patron goddess Mistra and achieve what no other has achieved within our lifetimes through the past several millennia and exceed our magical capabilities.
Oh boy.
There are several smaller circles drawn around at even increments at the outside of this tower with runes around them. As Bull and Frail kind of descends, Jack taking a look at the pages. All of Bull and Frail's notes are very sprawled and very jagged drawings. You don't... What languages do you speak, I should ask?
Common, Elvish, Undercommon. Thieves can. That's about it, really.
You don't recognize the language? Make an intelligence check.
Sure. Oh, yes. Okay, that's a 21.
21? You feel like you've seen this kind of writing before, though you just can't understand it. It appears to be abyssal. But Bull and Frail is keeping a very close...
for Elif to come and have a look. But yeah.
He's keeping a very close guard, not letting any of the others see his notes as he descends and kind of goes into his own circle at the center, opposite of the doorway.
Okay. Elif, come see this.
I can't read it. I don't speak or read abyssal. I don't have my
that's
eyes.
right.
What is Ember trying to do?
Just decipher what the runes are. Like what Bull and Frail is doing.
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. It's 29.
29? You don't know what the spell does. It appears to have some sort of summoning property to it, but this even exceeds your own knowledge of magic. It's this is something where you could surmise, like, hey, this is a summoning spell of some sort, but you don't know. But you do notice, as you start kind of looking over the runes, is that out of the 20 circles that are on the outer edges, they all have the same runes around them. You look around Bull and Frail, so kind of like walking around him in his circle that he's standing in. These all kind of like spiral in with lines connecting them and all sorts of designs. His runes are the only ones that are different.
Would any of the runes symbolize my estranged patron?
Go ahead and roll a religion check.
got you. I got you. Big religion time. 23 natural fucking 20. That's the roll
Nice.
I needed. Let's
It
go.
appears that the runes around Bull and Frail are relating to Orcus. And as you're kind of looking, you kind of watch as a head pops through the back of yours and out the front as Amelia is her memory is currently standing in your position but leaning slightly more ahead. He goes, everyone, the eclipse is starting. She goes, Archmage, I noticed there might be, and he goes, and you all watch as the sky starts to grow dark as the sun is at the highest point above the tower, and you kind of look up and you see this glass and the sun as a dark circle slowly begins to move across. She goes, Archmage, I believe there might be a mistake. And you just silence Amelia. Everyone, begin your incantation. But Archmage, I don't. And they all begin to chant this low
Summon Orcus.
guttural language that you only have heard when
was
you're
by
in
accident,
Hades,
wasn't it?
And as they all begin to chant and their arms reach out, you all watch as the spell focuses begin to glow with this dark light. The room itself begins to grow darker as the sun gets blocked out, and continues to go darker and darker.
Should we shield our eyes? I'm nervous. I don't feel like this is gonna go well.
This is just memory.
I can't stop looking though.
This is the memory of when they summon Orcus and when Morden comes down.
Any
Yeah.
sign of a wand or focus or anything like that?
Not that you can see. As they continue to chant, the runes begin to grow, snaking out from the central circle and spiraling and tracing along these lines. But as you trace the silver painted lines, they begin to glow black, and then that slowly begins to have this green aura spread around you. Once again, Amelia, now more alarmed in her tone, begins to speak. But Archmage, this is from my own notes. This is goes, silence, Amelia. As it continues to get darker and darker, the chants growing in volume as they happen.
As that's happening, I'm gonna take Jack and be like, look at all these runes. These are all the same. Look at his. These are different. Something's going on. They're summoning something, but he's different, and we know who.
I think they're summoning the wand.
Are they summoning the wand?
These are runes of Orcus. Yeah.
If all of them are summoning except the one that he has, then what if he's summoning something to him, like the souls he needs for the ritual?
Well, I mean, we're gonna see real quick if he sucks the souls out of these bodies.
He could do that.
We'll see what happens.
As the circle of this of the moon continues to overlap with the sun, this green aura and this halo kind of seems to emanate around it, and this light comes crashing down through the first spell focus. It grows in its glowing light, turning green and illuminating the chamber, as the second beam now crashes down to the second spell focus, and Bullenfro's eyes widen, his smile spreads across his face. Master, I have followed your instructions. I have listened to your whispers. Now grant me the power that you promise. As the third spell focus illuminates with this green lightning, now shocking Amelia is like, this is wrong. This is all wrong. This is not what you said. We were summoning Mistra. As the final bolt comes crashing down onto the central circle and the runes illuminate, and you watch as the arcane energy quickly goes among the lines to the circles of the surrounding 20 mages and begins to electrocute them as their bodies with their arms spread begin to convulse. Their inside their hoods begins to glow green as this light overtakes their eyes and their mouths, and they look up, and you watch as their souls leave their bodies out through their mouth and begin to circle around the central area within the tower. All except Bullen Frail, who stands as this kind of aura surrounds him from the runes in his circle. And as he continues to circle, you begin to hear the dark laughter of some being out of sight that you can't quite make out. And the only one who would recognize this laughter is Elith herself. As this happens, the walls of the tower begin to crack as they start from the ground up and begin to spread across the walls. Stones begin falling. Some of them fall through you, as it now explodes outward, and this massive dark storm is swirling around, and you watch as this wall of green energy spreads out from the central location, knocking over trees, plants, and as it passes through them, they fade from their life. And as it passes over these citizens that you now see beyond the walls that have now crumbled, as it passes them, they fall to the ground, and these green orbs fly out. You've only seen one thing similar to this in the past. That's very similar to the sacrifice of the orphanage in Thorm. As this green energy and these green flames begin to engulf the entirety of Zalryn, buildings are ruined. They begin to levitate the bodies as well and start swirling around this massive green beam of light now shooting up from the sky from the ground up. And as they swirl and begin to gravitate around us, they move slightly closer with every rotation, but slowly. You look down and you see Amelia's now still body trying to erase the runes that were surrounding Bull and Frail, but quite sadly she was too late. As the first body of one of the closest victims of this spell reach it, it touches a green light and flashes and disappears. And this continues to happen. And soon, the vision fades. And as Bull and Frail's laughter fades to darkness, you are once again in the ruins of Zalryn.
I'd like to do something as Flint.
Yep.
Flint's gonna go up to Elith, and he's going to jump up and grab her by the collar and pull her down.
Whoa! Why are you?
Did you see those green flashes?
I sure did. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
Do you remember those green flashes? Because I do.
From Thorm? I do.
What did you do in Thorm?
What are you talking about? Don't you remember when I told you I saw Bullen, his form in Thorm just recently? What's to assume that he wasn't there before?
Just recently.
What?
Just recently.
He's an old individual. This is ridiculous, Flint.
This happened when we went to Thorm and you served that god.
Point of order, Flint wasn't there. You were Ember at that point.
Was I?
You were.
Retcon everything I just said. Ember is gonna go to I assume
we can fix it in post.
retcon everything I just said. Ember, I assume because they're trying to summon Mystra, there's a temple statue altar to Mystra. Ember's gonna go to Mystra and pray.
Okay.
And he is going to specify why did you let this happen? And look for guidance.
Make a religion check. As you all are kind of seeing the colors of Zalryn and the memories of it are now fading and kind of pulling inward, as you find yourself in that now moment of clarity where you're all standing in the ruins as they were prior to this vision. You see that you're now standing right next to this beam of green light. And there is now a pedestal with, it doesn't shoot up to the sky, it doesn't go all the way up to the clouds, but there is now this glowing green light, and at its center is the silhouette of a skull attached to some sort of stick. Is the best way I can describe
Sam's
it.
going to approach it, and he's going to poke at the light with his fingertips to see what happens.
Sure.
Because he wants to make sure that you can like get in there without like disintegrating.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you reach out and you touch the beam of green light, and everybody kept track of their health from the fight with the Celestials, right?
Yep.
Indeed.
Correct.
Okay.
What?
I need you to make a
Also-
Constitution saving throw.
Also, I'm
Just gonna
90%
say-
sure it was Flint that was there for the orphanage, not
No.
Thorm
I-
happened before. I mean, after the fight with
Griffel.
Zalryn.
So that's a 9.
9. Okay.
Thorm also happened before.
I really
Wait,
liked
sorry.
having you here.
That'll
Bam.
be 18 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, okay. I thought he was dying. Oh, thank God.
As you like touch this light and this negative energy begins to go throughout your circulatory system.
Can I creep up as well? Take a little peek. The stick you were talking about earlier, does that stick look like a wooden stick, or are we talking like vertebrae? Like a spine?
Make a perception check.
Seven
Actually, make an
going.
investigation check as you're kind of close.
I got you. A 28. Savage. Crazy.
It does appear to be a spine attached to a skull as you kind of get a closer look.
I want to grab it. Ugh.
You hear behind you. Now you know.
Who is that?
You
Who's
turn
speaking to me?
around to see the now green spectral form of Amelia.
Is it Amelia or Anelia? This is important.
Amelia.
Okay, cute. I do now know. You have my condolences. And I'm finna turn around again and look at this wand, because I'm infatuated. Look how bright of a green that is. I'm sorry, Amelia, but
So I'm going to take my simulacrum. I'm going to like basically huck my simulacrum at the wand to try and get it out of the light.
Okay.
Interesting.
Let me go to give you guys a visual.
Okay.
but Sam,
Can we
stop it.
can we destroy it? We're gonna have to destroy it. We're destroying it, right?
Dude,
That's what we're doing.
Yeah,
Okay, I have
we'll
a- I have
to
a question.
destroy it.
question to the party as a player: do we all trust Elith at this point? Still,
That is up
No.
to you individually as players.
Because like,
Who
Can't-
said no?
You
feel
can't
like-
really,
said
you
no?
can't really sidebar
Who said
with her
no?
right there.
I heard someone say no. Who said that?
because I'm gonna be honest, Zark's not the most trusting right now.
Is Ark saying that? Oh.
No, that's me saying that. Never mind.
It'd be really funny if he was just talking in third person from just now.
Wait, so
Dark's not feeling very
Zark?
trustworthy.
Zark's not feeling this one.
is Sam's copy trying to grab the wand right now?
Yes, it is.
Why are you doing that?
Because he is doing that.
I need another Constitution saving throw. And you all can put your tokens on the map, by the way.
Okay. Let's say.
Where did we come in from? Over here.
Does he successfully grab the wand?
What was your Constitution saving throw?
26.
26. Okay, so you don't take any of the necrotic damage. As Sam Simulacrum reaches out and touches just the bottom lumbar of the spine, the eyes flare green.
I summon the scythe.
Jack summons the scythe. Okay, so as this happens, the these orbs of light launch out of the mouth of the skull at the tip of the wand and go into 5 of the bodies surrounding the tower, the ruined tower, and they begin to convulse and shake as they start to become distorted. The arms elongated, and they rise up with these gaping skeletal heads as flesh, muscle falls off of them as they rise up. And at this point, everybody, I would like for you to roll for initiative.
Oh boy.
Let me get that initiative thing up.
It's
Not
that
right.
time.
It is that time for
It's that
combat.
time.
Oh,
Bum,
my
bum,
God.
bum.
Let me just go ahead
We
and
all
roll
love
this
that
ready.
combat. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, that's nice.
Oh boy,
24.
that's awful.
I have
Me
some
and my
really
Smilkrum
good
were
and
right
some
next to each
really
other.
bad initiative rolls for these.
Yup.
I think it's quite suitable that Aleth should bookend this. Whatever she does will leave us in suspense. Kitty Cam.
Cat
While we
cam.
wait,
Cat cam.
Cat cam.
you can hear him.
Nice.
He's purring. Liking this. He loves Prestige Night. He's like, oh yeah, it's cuddle time. Yeah,
Can you
that's
tell
right.
my color?
That's right.
All right. Did we roll separate initiatives for Simulacrum, Ember?
I rolled the same.
Okay,
I just colored him green. I assumed he was just gonna go right after.
that works. So let me go ahead and give you all a visual of what you'll be fighting today, and we're gonna bring this up on stream before the cast yells at me.
No.
All right.
Oh dear.
Oh, what is that? Okay, 1, 2, 3,
Oh no.
4,
Just the
and
fair
5.
citizens of Zalryn, everybody. All right. Do we have Elif on the board? We do have Elif on the board.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Yay! At least
Guys,
I'm
what
not
this
going
is,
to.
'cause I do remember, if this is what I think it is, I do think we fought one in the past.
You may have. You have.
Yeah. So, do I recognize them?
You do.
Okay. Oh shit. Great.
All right. So these are called Bone Claws. You have fought them once in the Shadowfell before. You fought one. As all of these bodies are empowered by this magic from the wand, Ellis, you reach out and you just touch the aura of that's surrounding the wand, and the energy also shocks you. And you find yourself once again empowered with the power of Orcus.
Let's go! This is a
Ooh,
massive W.
Yay!
exciting.
So, let's go ahead and start the fight. At the top of the round, we have Jack with Ember on deck.
Okay, seeing these horrible things materialize, Jack's gonna use his bonus action to cast Spirit Shroud. Cloak's gonna kind of billow, there'll be like ghosts, and they're gonna radiate radiant energy. So seeing a dude over here, Jack is going to use a free action to sheathe Gus, and if you may, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll run 4 spots here, 20 feet. Use my action to take a swing with the scythe, two-handed, at this dude.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. And it is a measly 13 to hit. Ugh.
13 will not hit. As you take a swing with your
Okay.
scythe, it reaches its arm up and just deflects.
Okay. Well, what it's not expecting is that I'm going to turn that momentum into... I'm just going to do a quick spin and do another slash across the center. Turn that miss into another hit. I'm going to attack again because I've got Thirsting Blade. Let's try oh god. It's a 12 to hit.
As you take the momentum from the ricochet off and continue to move along with it, swirling around, it just takes both of its hands and latches onto the sides of your blade and just holds it there for a second, and you pull it back in just a split moment as it's looking at you with its mouth and it's like is that your turn?
No, not quite yet. What I'm going
was
to
a
do is
net
I'm
one,
going
by
to
the
back
way.
up. I'm going to back up 10 feet, just about there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, it is now Ember's turn.
Yeah, cool. Ember's gonna cast Wall of Light, and it's gonna go here.
Keep it there for just a second.
Does the wall discriminate targets?
But
So it does because I'm an evocation wizard.
Okay, so I will make sure to run through that later.
Yeah, so, I'm gonna... Oh, it's 7th level. I can get everybody. Yeah, everybody is immune to it.
okay, and what does Wall of Light do one more time?
No, that just casts the thing. So it's a wall of fire, but it does radiant instead of fire damage, and as a bonus action, I can shoot a beam of radiant energy from it, but
Okay.
it diminishes the size of the wall if I do that.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
Nope. Simulacrum Ember is just going to shoot off a firebolt at let's say green dude.
Okay.
22 to hit.
22 will hit. So as one of the embers brings up this wall of light, the other ember turns around knowing that he has some cover behind and launches a firebolt right over Flint's head against the one to the far right of the area that you're in.
Does 26
Doing
fire
26 points of fire damage. All right.
damage. Yep.
Anything else for either ember's turn? Nope. Okay. All right. So the next one is the first one is going to go with very surprising speed in this dim light. It is going to move forward to here, and you watch as it makes. Yeah. Actually, it's going to move right there. I need both Flint, Zark, and Shada to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Cool.
That one.
I'm gonna.
I got a 16.
because I got a nat 1.
Okay, so 16 from Zark and that one from Shada.
Like I said, I will use Indomitable. 26.
A 26 from
Nice.
Shada. Okay.
Damn.
I'll go ahead and roll Flint's Constitution saving throw.
Champ.
Who also has not had the chance to rage yet. Oh, he should get this. Yeah, he got it. No, he didn't. It was a 12.
Oof.
Oh dear.
Did you all see that? Yep.
Yeah, it's on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Flint's the only one who's going to take it. It's going to
terribly.
be, yeah, you know, 30, 12, 33 points of necrotic damage to Flint. And as soon as this necrotic energy gets launched out of him, he does disappear as his shadow wraps around him and engulfs him, and he's going to appear over here. And he will take one more step back, and he will fade into the shadow as he takes the bonus action for stealth.
Oh no.
33 points.
Joy.
He did a necrotic energy, and I rolled the Constitution saving throw as you were AFK.
Yeah. But my hit points just went down. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I looking at
okay.
your health pool.
Cool. Thank you.
So he went ahead and rolled for stealth. All right. You cannot see him anymore. The next one's gonna go. He's gonna run up. To there. And he's gonna make 2 claw attacks right here. Against one against Zark. Zark,
Whoa.
that is going to be a 15 to hit.
No.
15 will miss. He will make a second attack against you.
Of course he will.
Well, he
10
missed.
foot
So
reach,
19 to hit.
damn.
Miss.
Actually has 15 feet of reach. When 19 missed you?
Yep.
Yeah, so both miss. Zark with his ranger dexterity manages to dodge both of the bone claw attacks, which have amazing reach to them. All right, so it is now Sam's turn. Oh wait, no, he's gonna take his bonus action to hide. Does anybody have a passive perception that is more than 21?
No.
Oh dear.
Okay. He is
Oh.
disappeared.
Did he duck behind something? Is this rock like tall enough for that?
They all have the ability in dim light or darkness to take their bonus action to stealth and hide within the darkness.
Oh boy.
Okay. Good to know. Okay.
Yay.
Yeah.
Sam,
good to
it
know.
is now your turn.
Awesome. Give me a moment. I need to measure out an area of effect.
Okay.
Point of order, I don't think the things at the front of the wall of light can do that. I'm pretty sure it gives off
Okay.
60.
Just need to
60
make
feet
sure
above.
I don't hit anybody with. Yeah. I'm gonna aim it probably up here then. Gosh, yeah, no. I'm gonna center it way over there, like another 5 feet off the map. It's going to be Sunburst. And basically, everything in a 60-foot radius will need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Everything?
Everything in a 60-foot radius from where I center
Including
it,
allies?
including allies. I have 150 feet range though, and I'm throwing it way off the map, like up here in the top left corner, trying to avoid my allies.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tyler was right. By the way, the wall of light gives off 120 feet of bright light.
I was also mistaken when I said that it doesn't do anything when it's summoned. All 3 of these guys that are remaining, they need to make a con save throw.
To not be blinded.
Not be blinded and take damage.
Cool.
Why is this thing so massive? Give me a moment. I'm trying to measure this out. 1, 2.
Because you're summoning daylight.
Tis what she proclaimed. Okay, anyway. So the blue one is going to do its first con save. That's going to be a 24. The next one is going to be a 17. That's going to be the red one.
It fails.
And then a 20.
That just. They take this. The ones that succeed took 11 damage. The one that failed takes 23 and is blinded.
44 radiant to all of the people. It is really hard to get this arc down, but essentially it should hit like this area right here within those 3 dots, because it should be twice as large as the circle and based off the corner of the map over here.
And what's the save that they need to make?
They need to make a DC 19 Constitution saving throw.
Okay. So the orange one will succeed. And is it an instant or does it last? Does it stay?
It's an instant.
Okay. So the next one is going to fail by 1, so.
Sweet. When they fail, they are blinded for 1 minute and can make a Constitution saving throw at the end of each of their turns to end it.
Okay.
Can they still stay hidden if there's a flash of light?
Yeah, the hidden ones, are they revealed? Ooh. Ooh.
Do they take any damage if they succeed?
They take half damage. Also, any magical darkness is dispelled in that area.
So the darkness is not magical. It's just gloomy AF.
Imagine trying to fight nature.
All
Bad
right.
dragons.
All right, then it's yeah, Sam's going to go ahead and bonus action and firebolt 1. We're gonna go with Mr. Orange.
Okay. Roll to attack.
That is a 23.
That will hit.
26 damage.
Okay.
And that is Sam's turn.
All right. It is now Flint's turn. Other Sam is on deck.
So I was debating whether, like, where I wanted to go as Flint, and you know what? Fuck it. Closest to him. He's going to free action rage. He's going to run over here. He's going to take his multi-attack with the frying pans. He's going to do those both recklessly. Bonk.
Okay.
Bonk. So 28 and 17. And then he's gonna bonus action Butcher's Knife.
So Flint is not raging yet.
He is. Free action rage.
Oh, it's a free action. Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do it reckless. That creature is blinded, so it's automatically with advantage.
Okay. Yeah, okay. It's a 28, 17, 15.
So the 28 will hit. The other ones will miss.
Alright, and this is gonna be magical bludgeoning damage. 13.
13 points of damage. Okay.
What size is he, by the way?
He is a large creature.
Wonderful, I can grapple him. That's the end of his turn.
Okay. It is now Simulacrum Sam's turn.
Awesome.
Himself.
He is going to go ahead and twin spell haste on both Shada and Zark.
Okay.
And that will be his turn.
And you have concentration for haste. Okay.
Yep.
All right. At the end of Sam's turn, this one is going to. Is it if they start their turn within the range of the wall of light?
When they end there.
Okay. All right. It's going to go right there, going around the wall. It's going to make its first attack against Kelwyn. Kelwyn, that is going to be a 20 to hit.
That is my AC. So yeah.
All right. Give me 1 second here. I'm just trying to find the right dice for this. All right, so that's going to be 13 points of piercing damage, and as it pierces through you, the finger bones bend and they grapple you and pull you closer, and as it pulls you closer, it's going to stick its other claw out, trying to impale you. And you are considered grappled now.
Okay. Oh, I probably don't have this temporary hit points anymore, right?
No,
That's
you
from
would not.
last time.
So you're going to be pulled up there. That is going to be a 22 to hit.
Okay.
And this is going to be 14 points of piercing damage as it pulls you in and its claws go straight through your stomach.
Ouch.
Shada, it is now your turn.
It is my turn?
It
That's what I
is.
love to
Who's
hear.
asked who's on deck?
Cool. Alright. So Shada is going to use his bonus action to cast Divine Favor.
Okay.
So I get an extra D4 on my attacks. On my damage rolls, actually. Radiant damage. And Shada's going to run up right here. And he's gonna start wailing on this fool.
Okay.
So, with his Sunblade. So, here's the first attack. That is a 28 to hit.
28 will hit.
Yeah, and that does 19 radiant damage. And he's going to make that a tripping attack.
I believe
So
that's
I
actually
get-
26 points of damage.
Is it?
It's a 16 plus another D10 plus 6 for a total of 26.
Wait, oh, okay. Plus another D. Oh, yeah. Kind of divide it. No. So that's a 16 plus 3 because that 3 on the all the way on the far right is the extra damage it does to undead.
To DA.
And I actually need to roll a d4 because of my divine favor. So that's actually a 21 points of radiant damage, and then I'm making it a tripping attack. So I get to add a d10.
Okay.
That's right.
Wouldn't that be 22?
20.
16 plus 6?
16 plus 6. Is that 22?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah, that's
22.
22. You're
That
right.
is 22.
I just miscalculated. Thank you for telling me. All right. Okay,
What's it
plus
save against the
six,
tripping
so
attack?
28 total.
28 total. And then the save for the trip attack is a DC 18 strength check. The strength save. Yeah.
It will fail.
Okay. So he's
Ooh.
tripped. And
Don't trip, though.
cool. I will make another attack.
Yeah. I need to stand next to this guy.
I'd say 15 to hit.
I just edited the wrong one. 15 will miss.
All right. Here's another one.
Well, it's a 19, but it still misses because it's prone.
Oh yeah, because it's advantage. Yeah.
So a 31 will hit though.
Yeah,
God damn.
31. So that's. And then I will make that one a grappling strike. No, I can't because I used my bonus action. Never mind. So yeah, that's a total of what, 20 points of radiant damage for that one.
20 more points of radiant damage. All right.
And I have one more attack because of haste, I believe. All right. Here we go. Whoop. 31 again.
31 will hit.
For a nice chunky 21 points of radiant damage.
Ooh. All right.
Yep, and that will be my turn.
Yuzescu, it's your turn.
Okay. So, I'm debating whether or not to use Twilight Sanctuary because of the dim light. Right? Because then they can
It's
hide.
not dim light.
It's only darkness they can hide in?
Well, you're not in dim light because you're on the side of the wall that emits 120 feet of bright ass light. So
It's
you're not in
around the
dim
wall.
light.
No, I'm saying I'm unsure if I should use Twilight Sanctuary
okay.
because that creates dim
They
light.
can do their shadow stealth in dim light.
Is it worth?
This is a fun question. If he's in like bright light and he uses Shadow Sanctuary to create dim light, does it turn the bright light down?
Does it nullify light?
That is what the sanctuary does, I believe, based on its effects.
It fills it with dim light. It doesn't really state that it turns all light to dim light.
You've used it like that in the past, so
Okay.
Right?
Wait, if you fill a room with dim light that's already well lit, does it even have an effect on it?
I will
Well,
look
yeah,
more.
'cause then
For
it
now, I'll say it does
dims
make it
light.
dim light.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll look more into it following this session.
Okay.
Is the temp worth it? I think.
You're in combat.
I'd appreciate it. So
Okay, yeah, let's do that. All right. Moving into a strategic position that allows everybody to take advantage of this. Channel Divinity, Twilight Sanctuary. Gives everybody a little bit of stuff. It's a 30-foot radius. Hits everybody, looks like. And also a bonus action 4th level casting of Spiritual Weapon.
Hey, Yuzescu, does a 22 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So you're gonna take some. Hold on, before you do any of that.
You going to take some damage.
Do they have range of 10 feet? Oh yeah, because they're large.
They have a range of a lot of feet, 15 feet.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You got
You see where the green one is and where I am? It hit me from there.
What?
Jeez.
Damn.
Yep.
They got big fucking
It's
range.
crazy. Wow.
Where
The art
is
for
this
Death
creature?
Control. Bone Claw.
Well, the part where it
Mr.
says,
Fantastic looking asses.
where is my book? I
Yeah.
Xeroxed from my book that I bought, and the one part where it's using the specific feature for reactions is all smudged from me moving the book last second on the printer. So,
Oh,
No.
Oh
give me
no.
one second. I need to go get my book.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay.
Guess we can't fight him anymore.
I feel like the only
LOL.
ones that I readily know about that have like greater than like a 10-foot reach are ropers. Like, I can't think of a creature that has something that's bigger than a 10-foot.
A bugbear with a pole arm.
I mean, yes.
Oh, okay. So it's going to it gets to make a second attack if it hits. Essentially, it just gets to make 2 claw attacks against you.
Okay.
All right, so the first attack is going to be a 12 points of piercing damage, and the second attack will be a natural 20.
Ooh.
Yikes. I know
You
what I'm
hate to
doing
see
my
it.
next turn. Yeah. It's
Oh,
not a
this is
reaction.
a high roll too.
How much?
You healed yourself.
50 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
Oh my.
All right, I'll take it.
On my 3d10, I
Oh
rolled a
my.
9. I read that as a. Oh, I read the 6. The 9 as a 6. So add 56 points of piercing damage.
All right.
A,
All right.
a 9,
Did
a
we see
9,
where
a
that came
7.
By the way, he's asking.
Is any of that necrotic?
It's all piercing.
Okay.
What's up?
Just to
I like your haircut.
Thank you.
just to let everybody know, remember that one time where Sam wished for us to have resistance to necrotic? That doesn't have a duration. We still have resistance.
Yes, we do.
Yeesh.
Oh.
Where did
Wait.
that attack come from?
Well-
Did we see where the piercing damage came from?
What do you mean?
Oh, Hugheski just got hurt really
Yeah,
bad.
so
I
as-
took a reaction from a.
It was a reaction for his ability. It's called Deadly Reach.
Okay,
as
so
soon
it's
as he
this
ran
one
away,
that-
yeah,
oh, it's
he
piercing.
slashed at him and then slashed at him again, because if he hits the first reaction, he can attack again.
Yeah.
And the
Oh,
second
God.
So
one
imagine
was
being
a,
15 feet away and still getting attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right,
Wow.
Kelvin, you may finish. Not Kelvin. Hugheski, you may finish your turn.
Okay, yep. So bonus action casting of that spiritual weapon I'm going to put right there. I'm going to do an attack with it. That looks like a 16 to hit.
That will miss.
That's super good. Okay. I had
Is
my
this
turn.
thing
You'll love to
blinded,
see
by
it.
the way? The red one?
This is on the red one, yeah.
It does get advantage
Yeah.
in, so 31 will hit. It's blinded.
Hey.
And its attack
Awesome.
on Hugheski would have had disadvantage, right?
Ooh.
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 Yeah.
It would have been.
Ooh. Haha. Roll it back. Man, we're just going to have to retcon this whole episode. We're just start it from
Well,
the top.
I got some news for you. It's still a natural 20. So.
Oh, that's fair.
Well,
Did you roll another
never mind.
crit?
I did.
Oh.
I really like my opening
Hey.
dice. I feel like they roll high every time.
Stop
Yeah.
using them. Not
Hang
against
on.
us.
You know what? No. We're doing it right.
Cool.
Okay. All right. So no difference was made,
No.
essentially. Okay. I end my turn. Should be good. And I'm gonna start dishing out temp hit points. So pay attention to chat, guys.
Can you roll damage for your
Okay.
spiritual weapon, though? Because you haven't done that, because it did hit. And
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you
yeah,
for
right, I
keeping
forgot.
things in order, Jack. In case you guys don't know, who are watching or listening to this, Jack is a dungeon master himself, so.
Hey.
So is Hugheski.
That's true.
Indeed. We've got a few.
Where is it?
Come join our Discord and we'll play one-shots and stuff together.
It'll be
Yeah.
fun.
Okay. All right.
I think I'm supposed to run a raccoon one shot this month.
At some point.
Oh.
All right. I'm gonna end
I
my
haven't
turn and
thought
start
about
dishing
it
out
at
temp.
all.
Okay. Calvin, is your turn with Zark on deck.
Okay. Jeez. Okay. Let's see. Well, I want to cast Flame Shield on myself. Or Fire Shield. Yeah, it's called
Yeah.
Fire Shield. I'm gonna make it a warm shield, so I'll have resistance to cold damage. And can I use a bonus action? I have Dimension Shackles as one of my infusions, and I want to know if I can use that as a bonus action to try to get those onto this creature.
Do you have the Quick Hands ability? Or feature?
Quick Hands, I think, is different from the rogue thing, right?
It would be a feature that you could get from being a rogue.
That's right. Let me double check. I know I can do the hiding and dashing and stuff as a bonus action. I don't remember if Quick Hands is what it's called.
No, so
Cunning action.
the cunning action is not a quick answer. You would
It's
not be able to do that
different,
as a bonus action.
Okay. All right. Then I won't do that, but I'm gonna maybe keep those handy and just sit tight for a minute.
Okay, you do get your temporary HP granted by Huzescu. Zark, it is now your turn.
All right,
I have
sweet.
to be in dim light for that because my shield creates bright light around me.
Nope. Mine probably just overrides that. You're in the radius, so it counts. You get 20.
I will say his Twilight Sanctuary does get priority as it creates the dim light out of the bright light.
Okay.
Alrighty. I'm actually gonna do this legit. All right. I'm gonna pull out my longbow, and I'm gonna shoot at the green guy over here because fuck that guy for hitting me in the first place.
Okay.
It'll do the thing. 17.
17 will miss.
Okay. Well, then gonna use extra attack. Shoot again. 20.
20 will just hit.
All right, cool. So it's going to be 14, and he's now favored, so plus 8, so that's going to be 22 total.
Okay. 22 points of damage on
And
him.
then third attack because of haste. 16.
That will miss.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. It is now one of the Bone Claw's turns. He's going to run down right here, and he's going to make 2 claw attacks against Sam Thornton's simulacrum. Sam A, for those of you who don't remember. That is going to be a 23 to hit. I'm sorry, 25 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That is going to be 19 points of piercing damage. That is going. The second attack is going to be a 19 to hit.
He will cast shield and it won't hit.
Okay, so as the first attack hits, you just get slashed, like not slashed, pierced. These claws just launch out, very much like Lust from Full Metal, really, and just like go into your shoulders and your hips.
Nice.
And then as it launches out and goes for another one, you just this arcane shield just erupts right in front of you, and it ricochets off and it looks at you as this jaw unhinges and just like hisses at you. And that will be its turn.
23 temp HP for Zark, by the way.
Sweet.
Okay. This one is going to run through the wall. Actually, it's not going to run through it. It's going to move there.
It's gonna move the wall.
It's just going to move there, and it's going to attack through it. It is blinded, so these are going to be with disadvantage. First attack is going to be against Jack with disadvantage.
Dang it.
That is going to be a 14 to hit.
No, sir.
All right, second
Fair.
attack.
Parry it away with the scythe. See how you like that?
Oh, that would have been a natural 20 if it was not for the disadvantage. But Jack, that's going to be a 22 to hit. 21.
21 with disadvantage. Damn. 21 hits.
All right, roll a natural 20 and a natural 13. So,
I'll take the 21. I'll take that.
so that is going to be
Come on, come on.
21 points of piercing damage.
Oh, god damn. Okay, I'll take it.
All right. And then needs to make a constitution. No, is it still blinded the whole time the wall's up? Amber?
I think it.
So, it's blinded for a minute.
Con save at the end of each of its turns.
That's a natural on the con save, so no.
Okay.
Elif.
I lose concentration on Spirit Shroud. It's gone.
Yeah, but it
And-
also has to make another con save.
So the
Or
first one will
take-
be for the damage. That's a natural one. The second one is going to be a 10, so that's also going to fail the con save.
Yeah, so it takes 30 radiant damage.
30 points of radiant damage. Elif, it is your turn.
Okay. Epic. So I did some calculations. I would like to use my Maddening Darkness spell in like this very far corner. Let's see.
Everybody is trying to adjust the light levels.
I know it's going kind of crazy. And I'm just gonna have it kind of like from there. So I wanted to encapsulate these three. I think that Sim Thornton will be also encapsulated, but I don't really care about that.
I actually like that better.
What's
Sam
the
A.
range of, what's the radius of your Maddening
It's
Darkness?
a 60 foot radius.
All right, so it's
I don't
there, it's there. It's just not covering Boots Flint. So Sam and Flint, you're going to be included in this, and so will the 3 bone claws here. Okay,
What do I have to roll?
I don't know yet.
Like the Sim
Yeah,
or
what's your-
real Sam.
The Simulacrum Sam.
Cool.
Sim Sam.
What's your
Gotcha.
saving throw?
His spell save DC.
It's a Wisdom saving throw. Simulacrum Sam and Ember.
Okay. Flint.
I mean Flint. That's what I said.
He rolled a 6. Pretty sure he's just blind now.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your 8d8 points of psychic damage. Aleph,
I'm sorry.
you need to roll 8d8.
8d8. Okay.
What did
Oh, no,
Simulacrum
bro.
Sam get on his save?
Oh, it's psychic. That's the
I'm sorry, it was an int save?
It was a wisdom save.
Yeah, you feel
That would be a 13.
Yeah.
So
the
you-
Simulacrum Sim Sam also takes 30 damage.
38 points of psychic damage. I believe Simulacrum Sam might be dead now. Based on the
Not
stuff from
for a
last
while.
fight.
He's only to 20. He actually didn't take any hits in the last fight. Those were
Okay.
all real Sam.
Well, he's taken an additional 38 now, so that's
He's not looking good.
78 points. No, 58 points of damage. So for the threes con saves, wisdom saves, they are going to have a 12, a 14, and a 12. So I believe they all fail. What's your
As
Yes,
Ella
they all
says,
fail.
You hear Flint yell out. He's not good with psychic damage.
Oh. He's just screaming.
Yeah.
Sorry. My
That's a
bad.
DC of 19. Okay. And this is every time they start their turn in the spell radius.
Mhm.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
And
like
oh god, oh dear. So as we enter the top of the round with Jack's turn, that is where we're going to take our mid-session break.
Ooh.
I have a question.
I'm very interested to hear what it is.
Did Sim
Sim Sam?
yeah, did he
You better not.
get the wand? Did he succeed? Did he actually for
He,
that?
upon touching the wand is when these were summoned.
Okay, so he doesn't
didn't grab
actually
it. Not yet. So everybody, we're gonna take about 15 minutes here as we take our mid-session break. We will see you soon. Thanks for tuning in so far.
See you in a bit.
Well, we have an announcement first.
Oh, did you know? Did you know we're on YouTube and also we're a podcast? If you're watching us there, come watch us. Come check us out on Twitch. We're just Prestige Encounters, just little old us on Twitch, just little old us and all of our lovely viewers. Thank you for being one of them, or several of them, or two of them. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks so much.
Bye.
See y'all soon. 15 minutes. And welcome back, everyone. So we are going to go ahead and continue our initiative. At the top round, we have Jack facing off against these Bone Claws.
Ooh, okay. So, seeing this, also having seen this guy just rake his claws across my chest, disrupting my concentration, I'm gonna lash out and dive right through the wall of light 10 feet here, and I'm gonna attack. He's blinded, so this is with advantage. It's a 27 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Okay, cool. 27 to hit.
Sorry, I was taking a drink.
30 points of Take 30 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll
Cool.
do that. He'll take that damage.
Okay. And I'll take another slash while I'm at it. Slash downwards, 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Okay, awesome. And with that, it'll do another 15 points of magical slashing damage. And for my coup de grace, I am going to raise my scythe as if to slash, and then as I do, I'm just going to let the scythe go, and it's going to dance out of my hands. And while it does what it's about to do, which is take a slash at the creature, I will move back 10 feet. Whoop. 29 to hit.
29 will hit.
Take an additional 15 points of slashing damage. And I will retreat for the rest of my movement as the scythe, and move the scythe back to my hands. I'll retreat back to here.
All right.
And that's my turn.
So as you leap forward, you slash it once, slash it twice, you let go, and with a little bit of flair, go back through the light, slashes, and just as you retreat back, reach out your hand, flies to your hand, and you twirl it, and you're ready for your next round of attacks. Ember, it is now your turns.
And also, 23 temp HP for Elith and 21 for Jack.
Gorgeous, thank you.
Thank you.
Both embers are going to cast Fireball. At the same time, located right here. So it'll hit the blue, orange, and green guys.
Okay.
Ember Prime is going to cast it at 8th level.
Okay.
I'm pretty certain that also hits Sam. Or Sim.
It does.
I can
Sim Sam.
it not. Evocation Wizard, hello.
I would argue that you don't have visibility of Sam. Do you have to see them in order to know to abjurate around them?
Let's find out.
I would make it would make sense if you did.
Well, hold on. Let's find out together. Yeah, I have to see him. So, sorry, Sim Sam. You're about to get hit by 2 fucking fireballs.
And that is a dex save each time.
Yeah.
Reaction, absorb elements for all the good it does him.
Yeah.
So take a reaction, don't you have to see it?
No, he just has to take the damage.
So that, and then that.
Right.
Yeah, even halved, he's toast.
First round of dex save. I have a 21, a 15, and a 24.
Okay, 2 of those save, and they take half of 45, so 22 damage.
Okay.
And then they take 45 if they didn't save. And then the second one is 31 damage.
Hold on. This is a lot of stuff I got right. Give me a second.
Yeah.
All right, second round of saves coming now. Oh, Sam, you don't have your reaction use shield.
That's fair. Not that it matters.
Yeah, it would have disappeared anyway.
Sorry, Sam.
That is going to be a 22, 24, and 21.
Yeah, they all save, so they take 15 fired.
15 points of fire damage.
Mhm.
All right.
And then Ember and Ember Simulacrum are going to trade various things between them. They're gonna like walk to each other and start shuffling items, and then
Patty cake.
sort of spread out like that.
Okay.
But I know which ones are which, so I want them there.
Anything else?
No, so I was wrong about the wall of light. It's action. It's an action. I'm just gonna keep the wall light up there, so he continuously takes. If he tries
Okay.
to through it. Yeah.
So it is now that he needs to make a wisdom save starting his turn. The wisdom save is going to fail. Elif, can you roll 8d8 for me, please?
I sure can. Let me actually just find the button real quick. 46.
It was 32 is what you rolled first.
32? Okay, I see.
All right. Doing quite a bit of damage to it. So 5. Right there, we'll bring him out of it as he darts directly out. He's going to turn around and attack Elith with his claw attack. Elith, that is going to be a 20 to hit.
That does hit. I would like to rebuke as a reaction.
Sure, and that's going to be a dex save on his or a con save.
It should be a con save. No, it's a dex. It's a dex.
Okay.
Dex 19.
All right, so let me roll damage for this first.
Also,
There's 14 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make a con save yourself for your concentration. And he will fail his con save. And you can go ahead and roll your... so you maintain your... Okay. And what was that? Who's asking?
18 temp HP for Ember and 21 temp HP for Simulacrum Ember.
Say that again. 18 and 21.
18 and 21.
Thank you.
For Simber.
All right, Elf, you do manage concentration, but it's going to attack you again. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
That does hit.
All right, and I need you to make another con save, please.
11.
You just succeed the con save on your Man in Darkness.
Let's go.
Yeah, you did.
All right. It is now the next one's turn. It's going to make a con save. It is going to fail the con save. Elif, go ahead and roll for your Man in Darkness, please.
I'm looking. I'm doing my very best. It's all the way down here. 32?
32. You guys don't see anything, but you just hear a shriek and then nothing. It is dead.
Ooh.
Yay.
It is
Okay.
now Sam's turn.
Some kind of dreadful noise over there. Someone kill it.
Awesome. Sam is going to cast Chain Lightning, hitting orange, red, and is that purple down there?
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's actually going to be 52 points of lightning damage because of Draconic Bloodline. Dex save 19.
All right. So the way you would cast it would hit the red one first, then orange, then purple.
Close enough.
And that is a dex save 19. So in order of them being hit, well, the first one, dex save, that's a 14 plus 21.
That passes. He takes half damage.
All right. Which is, what's the total amount?
He would take
23.
26. Actually, there's an additional 5 on top of that 47 that wasn't calculated for some reason.
Okay.
Because I get to add my charisma mod to lightning.
Okay.
So that's 52, which is the full, and 26, which is half.
Okay. All right, so the next one's going to make their deck save. That's going to fail, taking the full damage. Because we love to see it. Orange one dies.
Ooh.
And the last one will also fail, so purple will take the full amount. And he's hurt. All right.
Awesome. Give me a second, because I'm going to bonus action, and I'm going to toast this other guy. Ooh, yes. Actually... Sorry, I have to see the rule on one of these things. Okay, yeah, he is going to go ahead and firebolt it, but he's going to transmute this to lightning damage.
Which one?
The red guy.
So that will be a natural 1.
Ooh.
And let's go ahead and take a little look at our fumble table.
Uh-oh.
Not often we get a magic
Our
one.
dear old friend.
It's not wild magic anymore.
That's the main reason why I never used it. I felt so bad. All right, Sam, could you roll a D12 for me, please? You know, this is a good roll.
I got a 12.
It's just an insulting one. For some reason, Sam gets really excited and loses control of his bladder, but takes no damage.
Oh. He just peed himself.
He just peed himself. Like an excited puppy, really.
Oh man.
Is that your turn, Sam?
That is his turn. At least it wasn't wild magic.
All right. Flint, I need a wisdom saving throw from you at the beginning of your turn.
Wonderful. He's probably gonna fail that. But
That'll be 32 points of psychic damage as these demonic and dark whispers fill your mind, begin to bleed out of your ears and your nose.
yeah. Can I still do stuff on my turn?
Yeah.
Wonderful. He is going to run over here and recklessly frying pan twice and then butcher's knife. He's gonna jump on his fucking face and
Okay.
hit him with the frying. 15, 30,
30 will hit.
and 29.
29 will hit.
Alright. With 13 bludgeoning damage and then 6 piercing.
And that's non-magical piercing?
Non-magical piercing, yes.
Okay. So it takes half damage for the non-magical piercing. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it. Clint's
Right.
just angry and and jumping on people.
All right. Flint with a nosebleed comes running out of the magical darkness, slashes once, misses, slashes twice, hits, and then you just hear bong as a small crack spreads across the back of the skull of this bone claw as Flint is just leaping at it and hitting it across the head. Reminiscent of the first time we ever met Flint.
Yeah.
All right. It's now the next bone claw's turn. And I need Shada, Kelwin, and Flint all to make Constitution saving throws, please.
Does he still have me grappled?
He does.
24.
Okay, let's see. 28.
You all are going to succeed and take half.
Cool. I guarantee I still go unconscious.
How many is this? And you do have resistance to necrotic damage, so keep that in mind. That is going to be 23 points of necrotic damage.
All right.
That's already halved.
No, that is not halved. It's going to be halved. That is going to be 11 points necrotic, and then half of that, since you have resistance, was going to be 5.
Okay, but I'm also raging.
So you get 2.
Oh my god! I had 4 hit points.
Oh man.
Wow.
Nice.
Oof.
Okay.
All right, and that will be its turn. Shada, it is now your turn.
Okay, I didn't make any attacks. I see.
That
All
was
right,
its
I'm gonna-
attack.
Yeah, but you don't worry about it.
Shada, you're no longer hasted. Zark, you're no longer hasted.
Oh,
So you're
why
actually
would you say that?
you're stunned for this round, skipping over you.
shit.
Awkward.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, Shada, so no, I'm not gonna make you automatically fail that. Should I? Nah, I'm not. Should I? Use you, it's your turn.
By Rob.
Okay. Yeah,
Also-
I don't think you auto fail from haste lethargy. It's not stunned.
Yeah.
Did Flint go down?
No.
No, he's at
No.
Okay, I can use that. Huzescu is going to take the moment to bonus action Steps of Night, so that he gets a flying speed. He's going to fly 20 feet into the air. Yes, I'm going to do that. And then he's going to take out the Rod of Resurrection using 1 charge to heal himself
Okay.
for 70 hit points.
Yep.
And he's going to end his turn.
Okay. Anything else for you? As you know, Kelvin, it's your turn.
Oh yeah, and also 19 temp hit points to Sam, my bad.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and shot it too.
Kelvin, currently impaled.
You jerk. I'm
23.
Well,
23
unfortunately, you
temp to
can't
Shada.
move or do an action.
Who can?
Oh yeah,
You can't.
No, he was the one hasted. You were.
Oh, never mind. Wait, who was all hasted again?
You
It
and
was just
Shada.
Shada and Zark, yeah.
Oh, it was only 2 of us? Okay, my bad.
I was considering hasting myself. I'm gonna lightning blast this dude. Like
Okay.
the light.
Funny way I started blasting.
19 dex save. Or 19 DC dex save.
19 dex save. That's not a D20. All right. Dex 16. No, 17.
fail.
Okay.
Nice.
So 25.
Epic fail.
Just a big line of lightning through him and back off into the distance.
You're grappled. Oh, you said the lightning goes off in the distance. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else your turn?
Can I even? Does it even make sense to bonus action dodge if he's holding me?
I mean,
Yes.
grapple doesn't give you advantage on attacks against the creature you're holding, does it?
Grappled. If you're grappled, your movement is 0. You always get grappled and restrained confused.
Yeah.
So if you're grappled, your speed is 0. And basically, that's it.
Yeah, so if you dodge, you still give enemies disadvantage.
Okay. I guess I could still kind of try to like.
Anything else for your turn?
Yeah, just that the bonus action dodge.
Bonus action dodge. Got it. All right, Zark, it is your turn.
Just go on by. I can't do anything.
All right.
I need a minute.
I need a con save. It fails. Elf, go ahead and roll your maddening darkness.
30.
Elf is a menace to society with this maddening darkness to everyone and everything.
That's why we love her.
She's gonna. This thing's gonna run out. Ooh, pass.
Playing with the maddening darkness.
It literally cannot go anywhere without not being in the maddening, without being either in the wall of light or the maddening darkness. It's gonna go here.
So does that provoke an AO from me?
Have you had your turn since you used shield?
Shield was done by my simulacrum, not by me.
Then yeah, you get your opportunity attack. With
that red guy right there, I don't think I'm going to take it.
Okay.
Sorry, false flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elf does a
That's
what is it? 26 hit.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Do you want to double check your AC?
Let's just say yeah. Let's just... It's close.
14 points of piercing damage, and it is going to grapple you and pull you in.
Ooh.
Well, you're already right next to it, but
It's kind of romantic. What are you doing, Boneclaw?
it's about to Mike Tyson your ear, that's for sure.
Stop.
Take me out to
20 more points of piercing damage. I do need you to make
You know,
2
I'm
con
not-
saves, please.
You said 20.
I'm not usually one for hoping for a player death, but
I'm sorry. What
two con saves, Elf.
is going on here? What's happening?
All right, so you do not lose your concentration on maddening darkness, and that will be its turn right there in the middle of all of you. The next one's going to attack through the wall. It needs to make a con save for the wall of light. That's a natural 20. So it takes half damage from your wall of light, Ember.
It does, yes. I'll roll that. Hold on. Wall of light.
Oh, that one's still alive. That one's still alive. That one's still alive. We're great. 2 attack rolls. One with it's because of disadvantage. Oh, it's going to take 13 points of damage. Is this empowered?
It is.
Okay.
Everything is impacted.
All right, it's going to make an attack with disadvantage against Sam. The red one, that is. That is going to be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
22 points of piercing damage.
All right.
And then that would have been a natural 20 for more for the disadvantage. 21 to hit.
That hits.
And that is going to be, that's cocked. I need to reroll that. 19 more points of piercing damage.
All right.
Right. And that will end. No, it's not going to end this turn there. It's actually going to move. Here. It's Elif's turn.
Epic. So just to clarify, this like bone claw is like we're in physical contact, basically.
Yeah, you are.
Cool. I'd like to cast Vampiric Touch on.
Yeah, absolutely. What kind of damage does that do?
It does necrotic.
Yeah, interesting thing about undead and necrotic damage.
Mm,
This one is actually immune to it.
of course.
Ooh,
Of course.
no.
One is immune to it. Okay.
Of course. Of course.
How
can
Anything
I'll
for your
just-
bonus action?
Yeah, I'll just Misty Step away.
Ooh, that's 2 spells in 1 turn. You can't do that.
Never mind. Then I'm good.
This is like Elf just being impaled. This is fine.
Everything's okay.
Okay.
Jack.
Well, I don't like what's developing here, so Jack's gonna rush forward. Don't touch her! And I'm gonna let me go. It's gonna be a quick slash with the scythe. Come on, come on, come on.
Elif, you got 19 points of temp HP, by the way.
28 to hit.
28 will
Thank
hit.
goodness. Cool. Plus 66. 29 points of damage
Yeah.
to start with.
Why not?
Yeah. Well, take another slash. That was the sneak attack. After that, it's just angry slashing, which is also the name of my album. 26. 26 to hit. 13 points of magical slashing damage.
Okay.
And then, okay, how's he looking?
They're all the 3 remaining ones are looking hurt. The one that you're currently
Yeah.
taking least of all, but the other 2 are real hurt.
Okay, well, friggin' yeah, one more. I'll toss the scythe into the air, and it's gonna take a slash kind of downwards, aiming towards its face. Come on! 14 to hit this time.
That will miss.
Yeah, and I'll make the scythe come right back into my arms, and I'm gonna stay right there.
All right. Ember.
Yes. Hello. So blue guy, I'm attacking him.
Okay.
So
You do that.
Ember Prime, is going to use his action to reduce the wall of light by 10 feet, but launch an attack at blue guy. 20 plus. Oh, that.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
He takes 35 radiant damage.
That's doubled, isn't it?
No, it was 4. I already doubled.
Well, it would be the first 4 dice that are double, not the dice roll itself.
Okay.
So it'd be-
it's 15.
So it's the 7 is 14, then 22, 26, 30.
AD12. It's
Are you doubling your dice? Is it 4d12
70.
normally? Or
yeah,
is it?
It's-
40. It's 4d12.
Okay.
So it would be 15 doubled. So that's 30, or
Yeah.
the roll.
Okay.
Yeah. So he takes that, and then, Simulacrum Ember is going to Misty step away.
Okay.
and shoot a fire bolt at him.
That's the blue one
So-
still.
Yeah,
Okay.
17 to hit.
17 will miss.
Oh,
Damn.
that'll be my turn.
All right, Sam Thornton, it's your turn.
Sam is going to step up.
Just put in chat. He's asking.
Sam's going to go ahead and he's going to shocking grasp this guy.
Okay.
That's a 26 to hit.
26 will hit.
That is a total of 23 lightning damage.
Okay, he's still up.
I suppose it's time for a bonus action. Bonus action. Sorry. Greater invisibility on Jack.
Oh. Whoa. So cool. All right.
And that is Sam's turn.
As Sam runs out and grabs onto the arm of this, a bolt of electric energy launches out from his fingertips and goes up the arm, making it convulse while simultaneously reaching out and casting Great Invisibility on Jack. Flint, it's your turn.
Yeah, he's still pretty angry.
Mhm.
So reckless attack. His 2 attacks with his frying pan. Bonk bonk. So 24 and a 14.
Okay.
14 misses.
14 will miss, 24 will hit.
Yep. 13 damage. And then
Okay.
he's gonna try and grapple him.
Okay, and that is a what save against your check?
So it's athletics versus athletics or acrobatics, whichever you want to roll.
25.
Yeah, alright. I don't grapple him. Fuck. Okay.
Oh.
Come here, you big fuck!
Anything else for your turn, Flint?
No, that's it.
All right, it is now its turn. It's gonna make its first bone claw attack against you. Flint, that is gonna be a 24 to hit.
I'm going. Sorry.
What are you going to do?
Use my reaction to attack it because of Sentinel.
Okay. Flint can still takes the damage, so.
Yep.
Flint, you are unconscious.
Yeah.
Alright.
Wow.
29 to hit.
29 will hit.
Okay, that's for, let's just see. I still have Divine Favor up. That is
Remember his
24
last word.
points?
Yeah. Come here,
Yeah,
you big fuck.
24 points of radiant damage.
Yeah, and as it attacks Flint, Shada sees an opportunity and slashes at it. As it does so, and the blade cuts through the bones dissolve into ash. And fades away just as Flint falls unconscious. Shada, it's your turn.
Alright,
Doesn't even get to
Yeah,
make
nope.
a second attack.
I know Flint is on the ground, but I see a big bone claw still existing right there. I am running at it, and I am making some attacks.
Okay.
Alright, say 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
I will imbue this one with some Divine Smite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Ooh, that's my last spell slot, I believe. So let me just see the damage really quick. 18 plus 4. It's 20 plus whatever damage I roll on this Divine Smite.
Sure.
Alright, yep, so it's 2d8 plus an extra d8, so 3d8. Let me just roll that. Alright. plus 7, so 27 points of radiant damage.
All right. It also fades to dust,
All right.
leaving
Cool.
just the last one left.
All right. So how far did I move? I was next to. And I used
20 feet.
20 feet of my movement.
Mm-hmm.
Which is that? How much to get to it is what I'm trying to see. 45? I can't do that. Alright. Cool. Yeah, I guess I will go back to Flint and
Bonk him.
yeah, I'll bonk him.
Go ahead and roll for healing, bonk.
Alright, what's the healing that he gets again from that?
If you want, I can do it.
Yeah.
2d8, I believe.
Is this 2d8 now? Jeez.
It's basically a second level cure wounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love a cure wounds.
Nice, 17 points of healing.
Oh.
That's
That's
basically 34 for this dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Because I maybe misremembering,
psychic.
but I don't think he loses his rage when he goes unconscious. Hold on. Continue. I'll look
Anything
it up.
else to your turn there, Shauna?
Let me just see. Sure, I'll use my feline agility and then move over to where I just pointed out. Let me just put my
All
thing
right,
right there.
Huzescu, it's your turn.
All right, Huzescu moment. Huzescu is going to immediately. He's gonna dish out a level 3 guiding bolt right away.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 16 to hit.
That will miss.
And bonus action, directing his spiritual weapon 20 feet towards the last bone claw, and then attacking with that.
Mm-hmm. It is blind, so you get advantage.
Oh, so wouldn't he have gotten advantage on the guiding bolt? That would have been an 18.
I thought you already knew that.
My bad. That's an 18 to hit.
18 will miss.
18 will miss. And the spiritual weapon hits for 15, which is also a miss.
That is.
He ends his turn.
Elwin,
Okay.
no longer impaled.
Yeah, that kind of was not my favorite. So I'm gonna load my lightning launcher gauntlet weapon and fire 2 times at Mr. Red here.
Okay. Roll for your first attack.
Ooh.
So
26 and 31 both will hit. Roll damage.
okay, let's see. I've got to add a couple things onto this.
Kelwin, how do you want to do this?
Hey.
I'm aiming for each arm
Ooh.
because I'm like so that he can't, so nobody else has to deal with ever being impaled again, and just basically like knock them off or destroy them or whatever. Just that hurt, you jerk.
Not the one who impaled
Yeah.
you, but he's got the right spirit.
Well, yeah, I can't do anything about the one that impaled me, so I take it out on this.
All right, yeah. So after with each lightning strike, you blast off its arms, and the bone claw disintegrates. That's ending initiative.
Cool.
All right. Sam is immediately going to go and try and grab that wand.
Sam, stop! I'm gonna stop him. I'm gonna tackle him. Stop it, Sam. Stop it.
I need an athletics check against
Strength
Sam
check.
and a acrobatics check against from Elif. I think these are like the two most.
Oh my
unathletic
God.
people.
While they're fighting over it, Ember wants to just study
Take it. Oh.
No,
I'll
no,
Just
Ember's
yoink.
not touching that shit. He just wants
Yeah.
to study it.
So you are tackled to the ground before you can make it to the wand by Elf. Elif.
Stop it. Stop it, Sam.
I want to shoot it.
I don't want to hurt you.
I want to shoot it.
Roll high. Roll high.
Can I look at it and get like I will cast detect magic on it and see what I get, or identify or legend lore, any of the spells that I have. I will
Can I
cast
cast-
it on this thing.
Can I cast Feign Death on Sam?
I don't know how many times you've
It
tried
has to
this,
be
but it has to be a
willing. You
willing
tried
creature.
this.
Sam,
Jesus.
Has to be willing.
can I cast this on you?
No.
So while Sam and Elf are just wrestling on the ground and among the rubble and the dirt and the ashes of the bone claws, Ember just casually walks by them and starts studying it. You can cast either Identify or Legend Lore, but you won't have enough time to do a ritual casting.
Yeah,
Sam is actually fine with this.
I'll spend a spell slot.
With the wrestling or the distraction? Sorry.
Oh, with me distracting Illith so that she can't get it.
What?
So what
doing?
are you casting, Ember?
Legend lore, and I'm gonna DM you a thing.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm gonna get violent. Sam,
Oh no.
stop. I'm so mad. You can't even hold it. You don't even know what you're doing. You're gonna get
Okay.
hurt.
So, Ember, what you learned from this is that I'm going to read you directly the lore from the DMG. The ghastly.
Is it possible that you could post it in chat while you read it to us?
No, because
Or
anybody
are
can
you
just
reading
look it
those
up.
Okay.
So, just for stream, the ghastly one of Orcus rarely leaves Orcus's side. The device, as evil as its creator, shares the demon lord's aims to snuff out the lives of all living things and bind the material plane in the stasis of undeath. Orcus allows the wand to slip from his grasp from time to time. When it does, it magically appears wherever its master senses an opportunity to achieve some fell goal. Made from bones as hard as iron, the wand is topped with a magically enlarged skull that once belonged to a human hero slain by Orcus. The wand can magically change in size to better conform to the grip of its user. Plants wither, drinks spoil, flesh rots, and vermin thrive in the wand's presence.
So is this thing killing all of us right now?
Can you repeat that first part real quick? Sorry.
The very first part?
The very first part.
The ghastly one of Orcus
Just
rarely
so
leaves
right.
Orcus' side. The device, as evil as its creator, shares the demon lord's aims to snuff out the lives of all living things and bind the material plane in the states of undeath. Orcus allows the wand to slip from his grasp. Blah, 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 blah.
So he only lets it slip his grasp.
Oh, that's from the DMG. In this situation, you don't know.
While I'm wrestling with Sam, can I book it? Can I make a run for the wand?
So you tackle Sam to the
Sam?
ground as Ember is. Sam, do you react trying to stop Ella from reaching the wand?
Yes. I try to continue to keep her in the grapple.
I need
No.
a athletics check from Sam and then an acrobatics check from Ella.
3. Help me, Kelvin.
Uh-oh. Oh! Do not help her.
Can
Yeah.
we cool it for a
Can
second?
anyone
Can we just stop? Both of you, stop! Break it up.
Oh my God.
This isn't helping at all.
I wanna
What are we doing?
I wanna try to
Sam is
shoot it.
sabotaging me, Jack.
Make an attack.
No, I'm just allowing Ember to take a look at the thing before we let the servant of the clearly evil person touch it.
You're gonna grab it.
Come on. 27.
As you launch an arrow, it ricochets and go ahead and roll damage.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna shoot somebody.
Sorry, anybody this hits.
It's gonna shoot me.
Ember being the
Somebody
closest
next to-
person is going to take 14 points of piercing damage.
Technically, I'm still using favored foe, so it's actually 20.
Thank you for being
Is
honest.
Twilight Sanctuary still up?
What's your favorite foe?
You know,
It's whoever I hit.
I would be. I would. I would be much more angry if you didn't give me a bit of extra invigoration.
Guidance.
I'm hearing something. I just heard something, by the way.
Yeah, did we all hear that?
We all did.
All heard that.
Well,
Yeah, was that
Okay.
Can we all agree that this thing is trouble, and we need to proceed carefully? Let's not grab for it, and I'm looking at both Sam and Elf. Let's not just grab for it until we know what we're dealing with.
Or shoot at it.
I know what it is. I'm ready. Well,
You're not ready for this.
here we go. Here we go. You said I wasn't ready for the book. Okay, I guarantee I was. And now you're saying I'm not ready for the Wand of Orcus. I guarantee I'm the most ready I'll ever be.
Do you remember what I did for you last night?
Yes.
Let's calm yourself down a little bit and let me take a look at this. Delve a little bit further. See if this is going to be an issue for us. Because from what I've found out, this thing is incredibly evil and only leaves his hand when he wants.
Okay. Okay.
Calm
A
down.
tool is only evil in the hands of an evil being.
Is this the wand talking? Is he really out here speaking?
At this point, levitating in the beam light, the wand
do be
will
speaking
turn
now.
itself around and face all of you.
He do be speaking though.
He is speaking his truth.
Only evil in the hands of an evil being. Couldn't that be anyone? Everyone could be evil, given the right push.
Right circumstances.
This guy is all cap. This wand is gonna spit nonsense at us, guys.
Maybe.
How do we know you're not spitting nonsense at us just to get the power of the wand?
Well, here, I'll let y'all do the work you need to do. I'm just saying what I know from the wand, from my independent studies, that this wand is...
You know, Elith, you would be very crucial in our studies of this wand. I need to know everything. And I'll let you know everything I know about this, and then we can come to an informed decision about this wand before one of us just fucking grabs.
That's a good idea, but I do want to be the person to grab the wand when we are ready. When we're ready.
Whoever takes possession of me first, I will devote myself to you and your goals in life.
I have a DM question.
Yeah.
So, using the Book of Darkness, would I know anything about the wand?
You can go ahead and make the check that is relevant about checks about evil.
Okay, so an expertise, Arcana check, I think? I'll go look at that one real quick.
We need to discuss this. Not a singular one of us can make this decision on their own. This is above us. This is not a mortal weapon. We need to discuss it. We should also be prepared. Shada, you broke down the barrier that was concealing this.
I asked
Correct.
for it to be broken down.
Yes.
Which means it's our responsibility now.
Yeah, I'm
We
trying
have
to
to
find
safeguard it.
trying to find a justification for doing that.
I just got a critical for 32 on that Arcana check on the wand.
Ember would like to send his Tressum out in a spiral around us to start looking for other people.
Yeah, so go ahead and make another perception check for the perception for the Tressum. Didn't get anything on with the 10 the first time, and I think we discussed it during break.
Yeah.
Huzescu, while this is happening, so you've briefly read about the one of Orcus in your Vile Book of Darkness, and recalling on it, this wand does have a massive amount of power. It does have the ability to cast a 9th level spell and other very powerful necrotic or necromantic spells as well, along with summoning undead. The wand is also sentient, which you of course know
Right.
already. All of you would know. And that's all in addition to what Ember has learned through his legend lore. I don't know if he shared that with you, but you know that because of your reading.
Okay.
And what'd you get on your Tressum perception?
16.
16. As your Tressum and is flying around the area, out on the horizon, at the one of the mountain areas right outside the city, you do see 3 horsemen on top of nightmares.
Wait. Where's the
Guys.
4th?
Guys. There are people here for this.
Such little time.
Is it possible to like sequester it away in like a box? Can we get a bag of holding around it without touching it?
I got a bag.
I'll look at
Let me see,
Oh.
and I'll jam my bag of holding on top.
Okay, can you go ahead and make a Constitution save as you enter the green aura?
Yep.
Elif. I trust you to make decisions that won't hurt us. I trust you to remember
11.
that little boy who's waiting for you.
Help me with that 11. It would be greatly appreciated.
Guidance. Oh.
I think I'm gonna trust you with that one too.
Elwyn, you're saying stuff, but you're muted.
So is it in the
I
bag?
was just seeing how many of those I had left. I still have a couple, so yeah.
DC is 18, so with the +5, you need a 2 from guidance or higher.
I got a 3.
3.
All right, so you're gonna take 16 points of necrotic damage as you throw the bag of holding over the wand, and this conversation between Jack and Elif continues to happen. Elif?
You might be the best suited person to take that thing.
I am, Jack. I am the best person to hold it. I'm the only one who can.
Hey, guys, I know this conversation's important, but this probably isn't the place for it. Do you guys want to, like, leave?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need to get out.
Yeah.
Get going.
Are we able to... Do we have too many people to plane shift? Because I can just gate us out of here right now, if need be.
I can't plane shift, but I can make some people invisible.
Let's get out of here then.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave.
I can teleport and or plane shift, whatever we want. Where are we going?
The sound of horse galloping continues to grow louder.
Back to Dragonfall.
Dragonfell? Alright, then, we won't be able to teleport everybody at once, but I can gate us out. I'll just do that.
I'm gonna start casting a teleport spell to Dragonfall, and I'll take Ember, Simulacrum Member, Sam. No more Sam. I'll take Kelwyn and Zark.
Wait, so you can only teleport 9 people, right?
Yeah, you can take the rest.
But if I use gate, I can just take everybody.
How does...
You guys have 9 people in total. You have Elif, Ember, Hugh, Kelwyn. You have 9, so you can do it with 1 teleport if you really want to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 1 teleport will do it.
Before
Yep.
we leave, I'll cast Hypnotic Pattern, basically in the direction that the horsemen are coming from.
Okay.
It's a 19 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So as these horsemen are riding in, you watch as each of them summons this ball of green and black flame in their hands, and launch it towards you as this hypnotic pattern happens, which they all resist. And Amber casts the teleport spell just as these flames begin to land, and you all vanish.
Use asking. But
Ooh.
yes.
Whoever's gonna cast it, cast it.
Mm-hmm.
I leave it to Ember to use teleportation because Gate is a 9th level spell.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll bring us then.
Boom. Okay.
Well, where would y'all like to store this?
We have
berry?
a vault.
You want to keep it in the vault?
We do have
We need to study it. Vaults can be broken into.
Yeah, I mean,
our vault probably.
our vault is magically enhanced and stuff. So I mean, maybe
Our
still,
vault-
yeah, but
Our vault basically exists in the astral plane. But I agree with Jack that we need to study it, but also at no point can this go missing. We can't have more than 2 people sleep at. We need to be on full alert because this is a very important artifact.
It could kill us, right? I mean, I saw that power. I saw what it did when we were putting it in the bag. It could hurt us. It has that potential, and I want to make sure that that little boy still have a mother when we're done with this.
We also
Yes.
memory with this
The attunement process will either kill you or do severe damage. So I have a backup though. I will be fine. You know that, Jack. You of all people should be least worried. I'll come back. But that's why I believe that I should be the one to try and attune to it to use it. If I do die, I will just come back.
Why do we have this? We have this now. We have the thing. We have the thing that we were set out to get. You say if we give it to your patron, he's going to be your former patron.
No, my patron. I have my stuff back.
Right. Why is it back?
Because I completed my task. It's very simple.
You didn't. You got it back before you.
Well, I mean, I assume it's because I reached the one. I did have to step into the necrotic field. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. All I know is I have my power.
You're close to him again.
Shut up.
What's up?
Your god put up that field.
Correct.
Do you think you can get any more insight on what we're currently dealing with? I know you said you were responsible, so this is yours now.
So you want me to ask more about what he was containing?
Yes, please.
I'll see if I could maybe try and talk to Moradin. I don't know how well that will work.
I can join you at the forge if you want.
That would help.
do we need to try to fortify our place even more? Probably, right? Couldn't hurt.
Add a couple more layers to the anti-teleport. Make it harder to breach.
It couldn't hurt.
Greater spread the range maybe by adding some more around. I don't know.
There's something Hugh might be able to do.
Forbiddance.
Forbiddance. Ella, you might want to get with Hugh and find out the password.
So, hold on. You're telling me this is what we're all agreeing on. We're gonna keep the wand in the vault and hold on to it and study it? What are we doing with this?
We're not keeping it in the vault. We're studying it now, and we're
And then-
actively studying, and then we will decide.
Okay, that's better because I have to say I'm kind of tired of trying to be responsible for ridiculously powerful objects.
Get more information and then decide what to do with it, because we can't wield this.
Well, I want to wield that. My intention is to wield this wand after you study it. This is my intention.
What can you do with it?
I can summon the undead. I can cast a spell.
What's that?
Something else. It's at a 9th level. That's what I heard.
And what's your something else?
I
You can summon undead, cast a spell, and something else.
There's something else. I can't.
What's the
It's not.
spell and the something else?
It's slipping my mind.
What do
I'd
you
have to
know?
go look. In my.
Oh, how
Is
convenient.
that
Can I insight check?
Is that real?
What the hell? Are you guys serious?
It
Go
can
ahead,
do
roll for
powerful
insight.
spells. You damn straight. Should have checked your ass at the fucking party.
It's a world-ending button.
It's a
World
23.
ends the world.
Elif might not know as much as she is trying to put off, but the wand is capable of casting multiple high level spells in one day.
Hey, Elith, I have a bit of a question, right?
Mhm.
So I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to get out of all of this, because I mean, once you wield the wand, that's supposed to be a temporary thing, right? Until you give it to Orcus and free him, and he goes off and does whatever he can do now that he's free. What does that make you?
What do you mean that makes me? What is that? What do you mean?
What are you trying to do by giving him this wand?
Well,
Dude,
I have been promised a certain position of power, so that is for my own gain. In addition to my own gain, I would like to use the wand while it's in my possession to eliminate some of the fellow generals. I'm unsure if I can actually eliminate Bolin. I don't know. It would be very difficult, but I would like to do it. However, the other ones could probably be eliminated, so I would like to get that done. That is another goal of mine.
So you want to become one of these generals of Orcus?
Didn't you say everything that you do is for us?
Yes, mostly. With this new position of power that I'm vying for, this realm will pretty much be untouchable. It'll be my realm, if that makes sense. As a general of Orcus, it'll be my realm that I pertain to, and I can control the flow of the undead in the realm. And if I decide that I don't want the undead to roam this realm, that is the decision that I get to make. That's my goal.
do you have any idea what Orcus' intentions are? Like what kind of things he might do if he's free?
His intentions are always very simple.
Kill everything.
Which is
But after every,
Well, death is simple.
I'll be honest, I haven't paid a lot of attention to all this stuff with gods and you know greater beings and stuff. You know.
Do you
So he
remember?
gets-
so basically what
Do you
Go
guys
on.
remember when the wand earlier said that it could help us achieve whatever dream we wanted?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lie, because to my knowledge, everything I know, like the wand is Orcus. It's like an extension of him. I mean, it's not him, but it'll only ever be loyal to him, if that makes sense. So, in the hands of anyone, including me, it'll be effective, but never as effective as in the hands of Orcus.
So you can still make it do stuff to a degree at least.
It would want to go back to him, right?
It might. It could, I think. Depends. Depends on if it likes me.
So what you're saying is it's
Depends on if it likes you more than Orcus.
a good weapon to defend ourselves, but
Yeah.
Oh, if
not a good weapon.
I don't think it would be effective to use against Orcus. I don't think it's ever going to like her more than Orcus, and it'll be at his whim.
I agree.
and what about
I don't
the-
think Orcus can get out of his prison.
But the generals.
Yeah.
Freaking.
How does Orcus feel about his other generals? If this is an extension of him, would he be okay with you taking them out?
Well, that gets a little tricky. I don't think we should think too much about that. All I know is that he sees them to be very loyal. But
What would prevent him from just establishing other generals who would also have a say over this world?
because it takes a long time to achieve that position, it takes a lot of work. You can't imagine the things that I've done to get here.
So you want to destroy the generals?
Which
What
sounds like that
prevents-
might be good.
What prevents me from wielding this and destroying generals in your stead?
Well, I mean, you could give it a shot. I'm not totally positive if people who aren't sanctioned or allowed by my patron actually have the opportunity. But if you do have the opportunity, like I said earlier, you'll have to really put your whole life force into it not to die. So,
Could it really not want to die? Like willpower?
When did you die?
me?
Yeah.
Right before the dragon fight that we had. When we went to
Which
go
one?
fight.
We fought a lot of fucking
Yeah,
dragons, man.
Veskar, the Insatiable, when we went to go do our final battle.
Well,
The ritual.
I have a question for you, Elith.
Yeah.
So, by the time this is all said and done, say you end up wielding the wand, we go around and we execute all of the generals, right? And we've successfully, rid Orcus of all of his, minions, right? And you give him the wand, and he goes around doing whatever evil deeds he wants while you control the flow of undead in our realm. But does that really balance out all of the negative things that Orcus being brought into the world is going to bring? Do the ends justify the means? Is this something that you genuinely think will bring a positive effect on the world?
This sounds familiar.
It doesn't affect
Hey.
our world. And it doesn't affect us. And it doesn't affect.
How would it not affect our world?
How would it affect our world if he is
wants to
wreaking
kill
havoc?
everyone.
You really think you're really gonna sit there and tell us that, oh, you're the only one that's gonna have power over this realm?
Well, no, but hear me out. Hear me out. Let's think logically here. My patron,
Logically would be to destroy the thing.
There we
That'd be done with it.
there are going to be beings from every single realm that want to vie for him to be imprisoned again. Just like he is imprisoned now, just like he has been imprisoned in the past, etc., etc. It will always repeat.
Okay.
I can't give you a solid answer on the future. What I do know is I have these two cards. Oh, well, I have two wishes, and I can change a moment in history. And until I am gone forever, which will be hopefully a very long time, I have that opportunity to change the choice, to take that back. If it so happens that things don't go the way I plan. But the way I plan is that he will wreak havoc on other realms, seek out a quiet place to build his army. You guys won't even experience it. You guys will live a happy life.
Quiet place.
What the? No.
Yes. I'm seeing something so much more long term.
Can I ask a
Sure.
question? Where's Gary in all this?
Nagari will grow and learn and become very, very, very strong in my hopes. And I hope that should the opportunity or the situation happen, that this realm is compromised for any reason, I will send him to a different one.
I spent my entire life at the expense of the people around me. I can't condone a plan that would, even in the best circumstance, have our own happiness at the expense of other worlds. It's not a good plan.
I agree with Sam.
And I have another question, Eleth, because if all your power comes from Orcus, right, and you claim to use whatever power he gives you to defend our home, the material plane, what's stopping him from just coming in and destroying everything and leaving you powerless in the process?
If I'm his only general, that would be a dumb decision on his part. I have a question though. For scrying, do we have anything to cover that right now?
I can
You
use
do
magic to scry.
not, in fact.
Okay, I'm gonna take out a piece of paper. I'm gonna
That
write.
wasn't the DM speaking.
Oh. We
Oh, fuck.
we have an entire tower for scrying.
We need like some anti-scrying though, right?
We need to go to Elviron's.
No, let's not be hasty.
We can do that.
You did not deliver the gift as
Is this
ordered
Bolin?
within our deal.
He's a friend of mine. Also, I don't know how this guy is talking through planes. Let's go. Let's go
Who is
see
this?
Byron.
Who is this? No.
Well,
Who
if
is
you
this?
leave
That's
now,
the
you will
wand.
not. Oh, that's not the one. It's
Oh,
it's Calistan. If you leave now, you might miss your messenger.
you can fuck off with all that.
Very well.
Let's go to Bullfrog. Or let's go to.
Hey, Jack, could you roll a D12 for me, please?
A D12.
Thank you.
Me, little
Yeah.
old me.
Yeah, little
Two.
you.
Two.
Two.
Okay.
Let's go to Old Creeps.
As we go, I just want to say to the group, we have something else. We have people living out there, believing that this place is going to be safe for them.
We brought them.
Yeah. I don't know if we can stay here with that wand. I don't know if this can be the place of our final stand. If that's to be it. If there's to be a fight, I don't know if it can be here.
I think if we get to Byron's tower, we can go where we need.
Yeah.
At the
I think
hall.
we should do that.
So you all are standing within the great hall of your keep. There is a single loud knock at your hall door that echoes throughout the chamber.
Shada will walk over with his sunblade activated.
I need you to give me that one.
As you approach, there's a second one.
He will look back at the party with his hand on the door.
One of the
Can I
others is going
prepare?
to walk up to him and just tap him on the shoulder and disappear in a mist. And one of the embers is going to misty step outside the wall, see who's there, and then misty step.
Okay, so how quickly are you trying to do this?
2 rounds, so 6 seconds.
Okay, so go ahead and make an investigation check with disadvantage.
Okay. 14.
So it is a robed figure. You cannot see the front of them. They're standing right at the door, head looking down. And then you poof back over.
Can't tell who it is. Singular robed figure.
All right.
When I say
gonna
robe,
open
they're wearing a cloak with a hood up.
I'm gonna open it.
I would like to prepare a spell as a door.
Okay.
Okay.
As the door opens with a creak, there is a single figure standing in front of you. They're looking downward toward the floor, arms still at their sides. As they begin to look up, the first thing you see is hair, which is a strawberry color, a mixture of blonde and red. And as you continue to look up, you realize that the face is feminine. It has milky white eyes. Gray blotches are showing across the face. The name comes to mind as you all begin to realize who this is.
The messenger.
Her name is Matilda. And her last name is Nacella.
No.
Standing before you.
Wait, what the fuck?
Is the mother of your ally Zark, turned undead. And as she gets a look at all of you, she crumbles to the ground.
Obviously, Sark's gonna go running up and try to grab her.
She
Put her
was
up in his arms.
she was one of the people living in her town. Yes.
She was the one.
She was turned.
She was there for the festival.
She was
She
turned
was
to stone.
taken. She was taken by Bolanfril.
Yeah, she was one of the few one of the ones that were turned into stone. So
Okay.
He's going to turn them. He's going to turn them one by one until he has what he wants, isn't he?
Whatever happens, whatever we do, he dies. Agreed?
Agreed.
Agreed. And the first step will be attuning to the wand.
No.
So let me know when y'all are
No.
finished. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
Sark will walk toward the town.
How far is Elvarin's tower from the Arc?
It is on the outside edge of town. It is about a hour to 2 hour walk. Let me correct that. 45 to 60 minutes.
And he's got a circle in his tower, right?
He does have a teleportation circle, and you have been given access to it. You also have a portal in your arcane study that you could configure to get to whatever teleportation circle you're already aware of without using the spell slot.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. Both embers are going to start walking towards the arcane study.
Okay.
We'll follow.
Let me go ahead and check something real fast.
Flint is going to try and console Zark.
Oh, Zark's already walked off.
He's gonna do the best he can by giving him like a peanut butter and fluffer timber. And some instant hot cocoa.
As you all begin to head in the so are you heading outside of the town or going to the teleportation as Zark left?
Going to the arcane study.
All right, and Zark's out on the town.
Is he?
Well, I'm not going too far into town.
Yeah, Flint's just gonna stick with Zark.
Specifically the guards' barracks.
Okay. Zark, as you walk, you get a message in your head. We still have your sister.
So am I at the barracks yet?
You are.
All right. And I'm assuming Flint's like right there behind me. He followed me.
Yeah, just right with you.
Okay. All right. Sorry, Flint, but I don't even think a timber can up right now. And I burst in the door. And I like, is there anybody in the barracks at the moment?
Yeah, there's a few guards. What guards you have left?
Okay, I pointed to him and tell him to come with me.
Okay. One of the.
And I start making my way back toward.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
Sorry, I was just gonna say start making my way back toward our keep along with the 2 guards in tow.
Mm-hmm.
So what? The 2 Embers and Sam are going to the arcane study. Then everybody else is still in the hall.
I would also like to go to the study. Because I still have something to say to y'all. I just don't want to say it with eyes on me. Because I know there are eyes on me.
Okay.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll follow suit to the arcane study.
All right, so everybody heads to the arcane study. As Zark arrives back to the Great Hall with the 2 guards. Zark, what are you doing?
All right, I'm also headed toward the study.
Okay. So
and as I walk in, I'm sorry, Elf, but we can't risk it right now. And I draw my sword and I point it at her.
Whoa.
Especially after everything that he has done. Especially with that. I draw my sword and I point it at her and say, Elif, by order of the Keep's Guard, I place you under arrest.
Zark, do you really think this is necessary? We can talk this out.
What am I under arrest for?
We've tried talking it out, Jack.
What am I under
She's
arrest
not
for?
wanting to listen to reason.
Ella's gonna ready
like
an
she
Eldritch Blast. What am I under arrest for, Zark? What am I under arrest for? What have I done?
His mother just died.
Not what you.
You're fucking.
It's not what you.
Not my fault.
It's not what you've done. It's what you're going to do.
That's not valid.
That's a little unfair.
She really just sat there and said that she would rather throw away worlds in order to protect our own because she thinks her patron is going to help her. And you really don't think this is the best idea?
I don't like this. I don't like the idea of sacrificing other people.
At least
I
let me
also
go to the tower and tell you
don't
what I
know
need
what
to tell
to do.
you. At least
Sorry, go
let
on.
us talk without surveillance. Before you can put me away after I say what I need to say. But at least let me do that.
Can we do that? And then we'll decide from there.
I turn to the 2 guards I brought with me and say, wait outside the door.
Very confused. They're gonna step outside the door and stand guard outside the arcane keep.
Sort of way.
Okay, so going inside the tower.
All right, so with Ember's assistance, you all step through your portal and arrive within Elviron's tower.
Shit, I should have told them just go back to the barracks. Fuck. Now they're just gonna be waiting there.
They'll starve.
Yeah.
We'll pick them up later.
No, we want them there.
That'll be fine. They're getting paid anyway. Who cares? It's fine.
I hate that you said that before. Okay.
I was not expecting you back so soon. He's just standing there, like with a single cup of tea, like levitating in front of his face.
Zalryn, we've come into the position of an artifact immense importance, and currently our families are being held hostage. The artifact, and am I? I'm sorry. Elviron, we have recently, aka 2 hours ago, come into an artifact of immense importance, and our families are being held hostage. And this seems,
The people who killed Mother Iris.
this seems the safest place to bring it, and also you have wisdom.
This tower protects against scrying, correct? Is that right, Elviron?
Allegedly.
All right, Eleth, what did you want to say?
Well, I just didn't want to say it, where he could possibly hear it, but if y'all want the wand to try to destroy it, you can do that. If you want to steal it from me and pose it as a robbery, because if I give it to you and I betray my patron, I lose everything. I lose my powers, I lose my son, I lose everything.
You lose your son.
He will take my son. He will take my son. I can't betray him outwardly. I will need y'all to betray me and steal it from me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know, we could do better. We could kill him.
Can we?
My patron?
He's a god.
How do you plan to kill a god?
That'd be very...
If I might, demon lords are not gods.
They're pretty close to gods.
Very, very close, but still very killable. Well,
By
no,
now,
I mean very minusculely
pretty close is all we need.
killable.
Could be we've killed worse by now.
We killed Veskar. He's gone.
Pretty close is all we need.
Elviron,
Twice, I might add.
on the scale of 1 to 10, Veskar being a 5, where would you put a demon lord?
Is it?
Young Emperor, I'm going to give you the best advice about that one of my legal representatives have ever given me in my life. It depends.
Eleth, do you say you've got the power to change things?
Yes. This card, it gives me the power to rewrite or what was it? Remove a piece of history? Something to that extent.
Change. To change.
We've got
to
him.
change a singular event in all of this.
How many times can you do that?
Was
Twice?
Once.
Once.
I have a question. Was there some event in history that gave Orcus his power? Or was he always that powerful?
There's an event in history which gave Orcus power on this plane.
I mean, he probably grew in power a lot. Took a long, long time, probably.
Pretty
But if
sure
I...
we watched the event that gave him power on this plane.
What if we trick Frail into giving back the people he stole? We say, here's the wand of Orcus. And then we use that power to change things so that we wouldn't have given it to him.
You want to give him the wand?
The problem with that is that if I change the point of history, it changes the outcome afterwards, doesn't it?
Does it?
If you get rid of Orcus and his power, you may never have met your companions. Anything that he has ever done for you would not have
I
We
wouldn't-
might not have ever been born.
There's
None of
going
us.
back that far is so dangerous.
Safer to change something in the future, something that's about to happen. As soon as when it happens, then we know that's the thing. That's it.
Yeah, it's best for that moment, you know, when it's I want to rewrite that.
How powerful is that rewrite? Could Zark take a sniper shot at Orcus from, say, 300 feet, and obviously it fails to kill him? Could you then rewrite history to say that it did kill him?
I don't know.
From the last session, it's to make an event in history as if it never happened, not to change the outcome of an event.
That's why I said erase. Yeah, because it like gets rid of a certain event. So like if I got rid of Orcus obtaining demon lordship, then that would cause a lot.
That would change a lot. Okay.
If I erased us giving the wand to Bolin, I don't even know what that would do. I can't even predict. Like,
What if you erased Bolin becoming a lich?
I would eliminate something to do probably with the College of Magic.
That
Probably.
That is centuries of history.
Millennia.
Yeah. I'm saving it, but it's there. But that's really all I wanted to say, is that you know my goals. And my goals are to achieve what I think I need to achieve. But I don't have an out. I can't think of one. I've tried. But y'all bring up really good points. What happens with this? What if he does this? What if we give them the wand and they do this? These are great questions. I just don't have
questions
the
that
autonomy.
you did not think about before accepting full responsibility for the damned book or the cursed wand.
I thought about this, but the problem is that I have no solution I can do if I want to continue to have the power to make change.
If you
I would have
want a solution, you need to talk.
Which she's doing now. And I'm glad she is. All the more reason for us to work together on this. So if we ask you now, while there's hopefully no prying eyes, no listening ears, if you had to choose between him and us, this world or the world he wants to make, in your heart, which would you choose?
I would choose this world, but I would not get to be a patron of it anymore. I would not.
Do I believe her?
Make an insight check. Elif, if you're...
I would also...
DM me if you're lying or not.
I would also like to...
Jack can do it with advantage.
Oh.
Okay.
Holy shit.
31.
Is that at advantage?
No, that was this first roll.
That was the first roll. I don't think you need another roll.
Okay.
Elif, are you lying?
No. I'm not lying. Like I said.
I believe her. I believe you.
To be more concise, both Ember and Jack believe her.
I do trust you.
Then we need to figure out a way to get rid of him without you taking this or him taking this. Because as of now, you are a servant of him.
So I don't get to hold it, even though I can do good things. I can do great things.
You don't get to hold him. You get to hold it because you are associated with him. You get your power through him.
Ember, if I may, I believe it might be too late to make that decision.
What do you mean?
Elif.
Yeah?
Do you have something to share?
I don't think so.
Uh-oh. Elvira knows. He knows your secret.
Which one?
We're about to find out.
We're about to find out
No,
in
please,
the
there's 3
next
minutes left.
episode. Cliffhanger.
No.
What do you mean?
No, I don't want to.
Tell
He did
Tell us
roll
the
a
secret, and that's the
20 on his
cliffhanger, please.
investigation
So-
check.
Elith is going to sigh and
What did you say about an investigation?
pull out the bag of holding that she was given, and she's going to. Oh my gosh, she's going to pull out the wand.
What? The?
And that is where we're going to end the session for
Wait.
this week.
Oh.
Damn it.
She get the
How
wand.
did she do it? How did she do it?
And y'all didn't want me to do it.
Hold on,
did
hold
it.
on.
That would've
We
never
don't-
happened.
We
I was
don't.
all there for you, man.
We
I was
don't
backing you
know.
up.
We don't know what she's gonna do with it.
I'm into the plan.
Zay says he's uninstalling
So, okay,
Twitch.
Okay, everyone. So, thank you so much for tuning to our session tonight. It's been an amazing story, a lot of climax, and let me tell you something. From this point on, it's only going to get more intense as a story as we rapidly approach the great finale to our campaign. Expect our last session to be an extended session with a lot of content in it. So we'll be giving a date for that very soon.
Not next session.
Not next session. Our last
No.
session very soon. So
But the poor ads.
we're all old ass adults. We got to plan for this shit. It's an extra sleep.
Yep.
Right. My knees hurt the next day. Anyway, so thank you to all of our cast members, our role players, our people who have been in the session. We've had a lot of people in our chat today watching the show overall, and we appreciate every single one of you. If you haven't already and you enjoyed what you saw today, don't forget to hit that follow button and tune in tomorrow for Thieves Thursday as we sail the high seas and sink other players' ships. It's gonna be a really great time. And I would like to thank all of our cast members, starting off with our very own Elif Visago, our Tiefling Warlock.
Boo.
Don't be.
Wait.
Okay, first and
I'm
foremost,
kidding. I'm kidding.
I would like to just thank all of you guys as players. I can't imagine how frustrating it can be sometimes. But y'all are sticking it out,
That's
and I still love and care about y'all, especially you, Zark, even though
We haven't killed
your mom
you
is
yet.
perished. But I hope to make my amends, and I hope that you will forgive me in the future. So until that approaches, I'll pass it over to Tyler. You play Ember Alphraxius, the wizard, and Flint Timbers, the gnome barbarian. Go for it.
Yeah, so it's probably a good thing that he killed Zark's mom and not Flint's mom, because you'd be a pile of mush on the floor.
That is what the D12 was for, by the way.
Oh my god. You had Jack roll it?
Jack, how dare you? You killed my mother. Kidding.
But it was a fun session. I'm very excited where we go from here. Also, I had whispers last week, and I'm very excited to tell you guys about it, but I can't yet. So I'm gonna pass it off to Shona Copperstone, our Tabaxi fighter and paladin.
All
That's
right,
this
thank
entire
you, thank you, Ember and Flint.
Also, we need to talk to Morden.
Yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest right now. Shada's kind of convinced that he's either gonna have a dead family or have to repent for years.
Mm-hmm.
He this is just so
He kind of went into this knowing that, though, right?
He thought he could. I don't know. You know,
Morden
kinda-
told him you had to deal with the consequences, man.
he said, yeah. Shada thought maybe the consequences could be avoided
Maybe it
if
won't be
the
so
right
bad.
stuff could happen, you know.
Uh,
But yeah, he's trying to just make this all, trying to justify this in his head, and it's not going so well. So let's hand it off to our half-elf rogue warlock, element of surprise, the Reaper that just killed Zark's mom. Midnight
What?
Jack.
I did know such a thing. What are we talking about?
You
here?
rolled the dice.
What Shadow was trying to say was good luck next week.
Listen here, you.
The dice killed her. I was merely the messenger. I always look forward to these.
And I shoot
these sessions, and I'm
messengers.
so glad to be here. And I also especially thank you, chat, for all your enthusiasm and energy. We are reading your messages, and we love you very much. Thank you for joining us so far on our wonderful journey. I'm excited to see where this goes, and I really appreciate all these wonderful role players that I get to play with. One of whom is Zark Nestella. How's it feel to be an orphan? Half an orphan? I don't know. Sorry.
Wow.
A orphan?
Wow.
If there's one thing.
That's fine. That's fine. No, it's
one
fine.
thing you can't kill. Kill everything else, but you can't kill the moment.
He finally has his tragic backstory.
Yeah.
Let's go!
It took 109
God,
sessions,
yeah,
but we got it, baby. We got it.
Also, I want to know. I want everybody to know that in my notes from session 32, Zark is now Batman.
Yeah. Zark. That's it.
I remember.
He's got
Oh my God.
and everything, baby. Let's go.
That was so long ago. I remember that. Hold on. Oh my God. I was actually shaking. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, but I do want to say thank you to all the wonderful role players tonight, even if some of them are the reason for all of our problems at the moment. And I'm sorry, and I want to thank chat, and I do want to apologize specifically to Zay in chat. Sorry I didn't get a chance to kill her. Maybe soon. Anyway. But I do want to also say thank you to her. I do want to say thank you to our lovely DM Salkos as always. And with that, I'll pass it off to you, Huzescu, our human cleric.
Guys, the interplayer interactions were so fucking good this session. Oh my god. This is the best conflict I think we've seen in the campaign.
Oh,
Zark.
Me and Elif are gonna have a fight poster made.
Yeah, straight up. Like, it was awesome.
Yeah, we've had a journey.
I'd love to see it, honestly. That was great. And we're coming up to the last few sessions, I think?
We are.
Maybe? Last few ones,
Yeah.
guys. I think... Are we projected to finish it this month? Or maybe
No, we got at least 100 more. That's our that's what we mean by finishing it.
But I say almost, I mean, like past the
More
halfway
seasons,
point.
Morty.
Two more years!
Very.
Hey, you guys remember 2 sessions ago when Huzescu becoming a lich was our biggest problem?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Huzescu gave Elif.
That's on the back burner now.
Huzescu gave the same talk to Elif that was given to him. It was
I'm not
pretty.
mad. I'm just disappointed.
You might have to
Poetic.
actually
It was
become a lich.
poetic.
If this goes how it goes, you might have to just go through with it.
Do the ends justify the means?
I enjoyed that moment.
Huzescu's Ellis new patron? What?
Oh my god.
What? It was a fun turnaround.
Oh?
But if the odds are stacked against us, you best believe Huzescu's popping that lich potion. That's just how it is.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
Lich
Fair.
potion.
Understandable.
Yeah, no, awesome, great session. It's about to be crazy. We're going to be skyrocketing towards the end of, our campaign, and that's going to be great. It's going to be amazing, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody here, just relishing in the moment of 100+ sessions culminating to a great conclusion. It's going to be amazing. I'm super excited. With that being said, I'm going to pass it over to Sam Thornton, our human sorcerer.
It helps if I hit my push to talk button, I find.
He's learning, everybody. He's learning.
Yay!
What?
109 episodes later, we finally got there.
We finally got to push to talk. Okay. Great conflict. I love that I had that wrestling match with Elif to specifically keep her away from it. She only realized in the middle that that was what I intended.
I thought you were trying to hold it and grab it. I thought you were trying to claim it for your own. I was finna go psycho, dog. I was finna.
Nope.
I felt myself. My vision was going red. I was
Foaming
like,
at the mouth.
"Oh."
It's like the Lich Potion all over again.
All over
no.
again. It was fantastic. A lot of great roleplay, and I'm excited to see what happens next, and also to see when Ilith pulled the switcheroo. And I will pass that over to Kelwin, our changeling artificer rogue.
Oh man, so many twists and turns as this all goes. I hope everyone is enjoying it as much as I am. Just I don't even have words right now. But thanks everybody for joining us for the journey, and I look forward to see where it goes from here. And I'll kick it back to Selkos.
Thank you so much, Calvin, aka Boone, aka Nate. It's been an amazing past 4 hours with all of you as we have continued our story, and once again are heading towards that grand finale that I'm so excited for. It is an honor and a privilege to be here every Wednesday to tell you our story and continue on this saga with, you know, some of my closest friends here in the Discord community. And, you know, D&D is not the only thing that we do, everybody. You can come join our Discord, be in all the shenanigans that we take part in, including other games like I said, mentioned Sea of Thieves. We have Minecraft servers, so many great things going on here. If you had a particularly fantastic meal and you took a picture of it and want to brag to everybody else, do it. It's absolutely there, and we love having you in our community and being part of this adventure each and every week. However, what happens next is a story for another time, and without further ado, I'd like to thank all of our role players and have nothing else to say other than the words bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.